A picturesque, tree-lined street in a small town just west of New York City. Well-maintained houses with manicured lawns line both sides. It's a neighborhood that feels both welcoming and slightly conservative. A for rent sign stands in front of a charming two-story colonial house. Missy Johnson, 42, sits on the front porch steps with her husband, Chris, who's 45. They're reviewing rental applications together. Missy is warm, thoughtful, with an easy confidence about her. Chris is supportive, comfortable in their dynamic.
This is Newton, just west of New York City. I'm Missy Johnson. I'm a mother of a 16-year-old kid. Well, was a mother of a 16-year-old. Now he's in college. Yeah, I didn't know 16-year-olds could go to college either, but here we are.
She adjusts the stack of applications in her lap.
I'm married to Chris. He's the love of my life, my soulmate, the only man in this world I would share an eternity with. If I wasn't pretty sure that I liked women too.
She glances at Chris, who smiles knowingly.
The smell of them, the touch of them, basically everything a woman offers. I'm sliding into fifth gear and claiming that parking spot.
Chris laughs and squeezes her hand.
With our son gone and our nest suddenly empty, Chris has moved his things to his new bachelor pad across town. And now I'm here, looking for a roommate to fill the spare bedroom. Someone to fill the silence. Someone to share this house with while I figure out who I am when nobody needs me to be a mother.
So we've got about 15 inquiries. That's good response time.
Let's see who we're dealing with.
She opens the first application as the camera pulls back to show the quiet suburban street, a place where secrets and desires often hide beneath manicured lawns and white picket fences. A cozy neighborhood pub with dim lighting and worn wooden tables. A roommate wanted sign is posted prominently near the bar. Several sign-up sheets are scattered across a corner table. Missy Johnson, 33, sits at the table with an air of excited anticipation. She's warm, approachable, genuine. Across from her is her husband, Chris Johnson, 45, who looks more cautious and protective.
So we've got 3 candidates coming in today?
3? Can you believe it? I was worried we wouldn't get anyone.
Just remember, they'll be living in my house. My son's home on weekends. Need to be careful about who we let in.
I know. But come on, how weird can it be?
The door opens. Candidate number 1, Derek, in his 40s, shuffles in wearing a full medieval knight costume, complete with helmet and sword.
So, I need a place that has good acoustics for my lute practice. I play medieval battle hymns at 3 in the morning. Is that cool? You, play the lute at 3 a.m.? Every night. Sometimes I do full reenactments of the Battle of Hastings in the backyard. I'll need permission to take a moat.
A moat?
For authenticity.
Next. Derek shuffles out, his sword clanking against the chair. The door opens again. Candidate number 2, Tracy, she's in her 50s, enters carrying a large bird cage with 3 parrots inside.
Hi, I'm Tracy. I brought my parrots. Their names are Screamer, Squawker, and Vocal Chaos. They only sleep if there's heavy metal music playing at full volume, all night, every night.
Heavy metal.
Metallica, specifically. If you play anything else, they start plucking their feathers out and screaming obscenities. I taught them very colorful language.
That's a no from me.
They're gentle. They just need boundaries and screaming.
The parrots continue their profane symphony as she exits. Missy and Chris sit in stunned silence.
One more?
One more. The door opens slightly. Candidate number 3, Ronald, in his 60s, enters wearing a full tinfoil hat, multiple layers of aluminum foil wrapped around his arms.
Before we talk, I need to know, do you have 5G in the house?
We have Wi-Fi?
That's worse, much worse. The signals, they control us. I've lined my entire room with aluminum foil back at my place. I'll need to do the same here. Also, the government is watching through light bulbs. We'll need to replace all your bulbs with special ones that I have.
How many light bulbs are in that bag?
47. One for each government surveillance device I've identified in my current neighborhood. And the birds? Did they tell you about the birds? The parrots are government drones. I can tell you that by the way they move.
I think we're done here.
You'll regret this. When the 5G activates, you'll come crawling back to Ronald.
He exits, muttering about government conspiracies. Missy and Chris sit alone at the table, staring at each other in disbelief.
So, that didn't go well.
We're gonna have a very hard time finding someone.
Missy and Chris look worn out as another candidate exits.
They're all nuts!
No. We're going to find someone normal. Someone sane. Someone who doesn't involve medieval warfare, profane parrots, or tinfoil hats.
In this town?
There has to be someone. Let's go back to the online listings. Maybe we missed someone.
Suddenly, the door bursts open. Quinn Matlock, 26, walks in black leggings, gothy aesthetic, with striking red hair. Skinny, yet undeniably beautiful. She walks directly over to Missy's table with purpose.
Hi, I'm Quinn, and I'd like to interview for the room.
Missy just stares at her, completely mesmerized. Her eyes don't leave Quinn for a second.
Oh, right. Sorry. What do you do for work?
Quinn, and nothing. Currently unemployed.
How do you expect to pay rent if you're not working?
I'll find a job. I'll do anything. I just need the room, please. My dad kicked me out, and he's trying to force me to go live in Idaho with my aunt because I'm a devil woman or something.
Why would your dad call you that?
He doesn't like this. He thinks I might infect my brothers.
Are you into anything weird, like parrots, medieval reenactments, tinfoil hats?
No, I go to bed early, except Saturdays when I play Call of Duty with my friends online, but I'm never loud, I swear. I'm respectful about it. Honestly, I don't have any real-life friends, so bringing people to the house wouldn't be a problem.
You don't have friends?
Not real ones, but I'm good at keeping to myself. Just, please, give me a trial run. If it doesn't work out after a month, I'll find somewhere else.
The door suddenly opens again. Ronald shuffles back in, looking agitated.
So when will the final decision be made? Because I forgot to mention I also need to install electromagnetic shielding in the bedroom walls.
We made our decision.
Congrats, Quinn. You're my new roommate.
What? But I haven't even finished explaining about the government drones. It's a big mistake, a huge mistake.
He storms off, muttering about incompetence and surveillance.
Really? Thank you. Thank you so much. Can I see the place? I literally need a shower. I've been sleeping in my car for 2 days now.
Of course. Meet me out front and I'll lead you to the house.
I'll grab the paperwork.
Thank you. Thank you. You have no idea what this means to me.
She extends her hand. Missy shakes it, holding on perhaps a moment longer than necessary.
Welcome home, Quinn.
I can't wait to see it.
They exit the pub together, leaving Chris alone at the table, shaking his head with a knowing smile.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
He gathers the applications and follows them out. Missy grips the steering wheel, eyes fixed on the road ahead. Chris sits in the passenger seat, checking his phone anxiously.
She's not answering. I've called 3 times now.
Keep trying.
Wait, is that a car?
Missy's eyes snap to the rearview mirror 3 cars back is Quinn's silver sedan.
That's her.
Well, should we pull over and try to talk to her?
I don't know. Maybe? Maybe she needs space. Maybe...
Quinn's car suddenly swerves into the left lane. Sharp, erratic.
What's she doing?
The car weaves back into the right lane, overcorrects, and the tires screech.
Something's wrong.
Quinn's car jerks violently to the right, clips the curb, and careens off the road. Everything happens in slow motion. The car smashes through a wooden fence, spins, rotates 180 degrees. The passenger side slams into a massive oak tree with a sickening crunch of metal and shattering glass. The airbag deploys with a bang that echoes across the street. Then silence.
Quinn!
She slams on the brakes. The car skids to a stop on the shoulder. Other vehicles slow down, pulling over behind them. Missy throws the car into park and runs, doesn't even close her door. Chris is right behind her. They scramble down the embankment, stumbling over broken fence pieces and torn up grass. Quinn's car sits crumpled against the tree, steam hissing from the destroyed engine. The entire passenger side is caved in. The windshield is spiderwebbed with cracks.
Quinn! Quinn!
Through the deployed airbag, she could see Quinn slumped against the seat. Head tilted to the side, eyes closed. A trickle of blood runs from her hairline down her temple.
No, no, no! Chris!
It's stuck. The frame's bent.
Someone behind them shouts, "I called 911. Ambulance is coming." Chris braces his foot against the car and yanks. The door groans, metal scraping metal, and finally gives way. White smoke pours out. Not quite fire, but it's getting close.
We need to get her out. Now!
He leans in, unbuckles her seatbelt with shaking hands. The airbag deflates with a hiss. Quinn's head rolls forward.
Quinn? Baby, can you hear me?
No response.
Help me lift her. Be careful with her head.
Together they ease Quinn out of the seat. She's completely limp. Dead weight. Missy supports her head while Chris gets his arms under her shoulders. They lay her on the grass away from the smoking car.
Quinn, please. Please wake up.
She smooths Quinn's hair back from the cut on her forehead. Blood stains her fingers.
She's breathing. The pulse is there, but it's weak.
In the distance, sirens wail.
This is my fault. I did this.
Stop. Just stay with her.
Missy bends over Quinn, pressing her forehead to hers.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please be okay.
We hope you're falling hard for this episode of Girls Like Girls. If it's making you laugh, cry, scream at the characters, or replay certain moments twice, don't keep it to yourself. Share the episode with friends, family, or anyone who loves messy love stories, unforgettable chemistry, and emotional drama that hits a little too close to home. Make sure you follow That Love Podcast wherever you're listening so you never miss a new episode. And if you're enjoying the show, leave a review while you listen. It helps more romance fans discover the series and keep stories like this coming. And while you're here, explore more from That Love Podcast. Listen to Back to December, our 6-part buddy rom-com filled with sharp banter, beautiful chaos, unexpected feelings, and chemistry that absolutely refuses to stay under control. Then dive into The Love Doctor, starring the irresistibly charming Emerson Peery, a darkly funny, emotionally complicated journey through heartbreak, lies, love, and second chances. More romance, more drama, more stories you won't stop thinking about. Press play, follow, share the obsession.
Sterile. Quiet except for the rhythmic beep of a heart monitor. Quinn lies in a hospital bed, now conscious but groggy. White gauze bandages wrapped around her head. IV in her arm. She looks small and vulnerable. Missy stands against the wall, arms wrapped around herself, eyes red from crying. A doctor in his 50s flips through charts at the foot of the bed.
You're very lucky, Miss Matlock. The CT scans show no internal bleeding, no fractures. You have a mild concussion and some lacerations, but nothing that won't heal.
What happened?
Your blood sugar dropped dangerously low. Hyperglycemic shock. When's the last time you ate?
Quinn blinks, trying to remember.
I don't know. Yesterday morning?
You're diabetic. You really need to look at yourself better. Skipping meals, high stress, your body can't handle that.
Quinn looks away, ashamed.
I'm going to keep you for observation overnight. Make sure your levels stabilize. The nurse will be in shortly to discuss your health insurance and discharge instructions for tomorrow.
Okay.
You're lucky your friends are following you. A few more minutes and...
He doesn't finish. He doesn't need to. He nods to Missy and exits, closing the door behind him. The silence is heavy.
I'll go tell Chris you're okay. He's pacing a hole in the waiting room floor.
Thanks.
Quinn,
Please don't. Not right now.
Missy's face crumples. She nods and slips out. Quinn is alone. She closes her eyes and exhales shakily. A soft snore makes her eyes snap open. In the chair next to her bed, hidden partially by the privacy curtain, a priest sits slumped in sleep. Elderly white collar, a rosary beads dangling from his pocket. His jacket hangs open. A worn leather wallet peeks out from the inside pocket, just barely visible. Quinn stares at it. Then at her IV. Then back at the wallet. A long moment passes. She reaches over slowly, wincing at the pull of the IV line, fingers stretching towards the wallet, then stops. She pulls her hand back and lies back against the pillow.
Rock bottom isn't low enough yet, apparently.
She turns her head away from the sleeping priest and stares at the ceiling, tears sliding silently down her temples. Quinn shares a room with two other patients. Missy pushes through the curtains separating the beds and stops dead. Quinn is standing over a sleeping priest's bed, carefully extracting a wallet from his jacket pocket. She freezes when she sees them.
Oh no. Please, I was gonna pay it back. I swear, I just need the money for...
Drugs?
Yes, but not that kind of drugs.
Quinn, I think moving you into my home is going to be a mistake.
I'm sorry. I just need...
Missy and Chris turn their backs to her, heading for the exit. Just then, a nurse walks in, holding a chart, looking grim.
We've been trying to reach you about your insulin prescription. Your health insurance information doesn't match any of your identification documents. Unless you give us your real name and correct insurance details, we can't process payment through your provider. That means you'll be covering the full cost out of pocket.
Quinn's face crumples. She bursts into tears, not small tears, but wrecking sobs of desperation and fear.
Wait.
Missy.
Wait.
She and Chris exchange a long look. Then they walk back over to Quinn's bed and without a word, embrace her. Quinn cries into Missy's shoulder, while Chris rubs her back.
Should I come back?
Can you give us a moment?
The nurse nods and exits, pulling the curtain behind her.
Why won't you give the nurse your real name? Do you or your father not have insurance?
I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay, but we need to understand what's going on so we can actually help you.
I said I don't want to talk about it.
Alright, geez, Missy. A word.
Missy follows Chris to a corner of the room, away from Quinn's earshot.
What was that about? She's clearly hiding something. Not like I ate the last cookie, something like I'm in witness protection, something.
Yeah, but it's probably nothing. She's just scared.
Plus her face looks familiar. I can't quite place her, but I've definitely seen her somewhere before.
Chris, get a life. You probably saw her on a true crime documentary or something.
No, it's not that. And you know I'm always right about these things. Remember when I said your sister was going to get divorced 3 months later?
That was a lucky guess.
It was intuition.
And right now my intuition is screaming that there's more to Quinn than meets the eye.
Fine. But we're not interrogating her like she's a suspect. We're going to be supportive and let her open up in her own time.
They walk back over to Quinn, who's watching them suspiciously.
What were you two talking about?
Nothing.
We're going to figure this out.
You need help. Real help, not judgment.
I can't afford insulin. I can't afford anything. That's why I've been sleeping in my car. That's why I needed the room so badly.
We're doing this.
We're doing this.
Missy and Chris lead Quinn into their home. Quinn carries a single worn duffel bag, all her possessions fitting into one piece of luggage.
As you can see, Missy lives like a Mormon. No fancy stuff for you to steal. Plus, I have a copy of your ID, so if you do steal anything or harm my wife, I'll find you and reenact Taken on you. Got it?
Understood.
He cries when we watch Tangled.
Thanks for that. Really helpful. I'm going to use a bathroom before I head out.
He exits. Quinn turns to Missy.
Missy, I'd just like to...
You've already apologized. As long as it doesn't happen again in this house, we're fine. Clean slate, okay?
It won't, I promise.
The doorbell rings. A pizza guy hands over a large pizza box and heads off.
Hungry?
Yes, please. Extra pepperoni?
Vegetarian. Sorry. I'm kidding. I was born in Texas. We eat meat.
Quinn laughs, a genuine, surprised laugh. It's the first real moment of lightness between them.
Come on, let's eat. You look like you haven't had a decent meal in days.
Weeks, actually.
They settle on the couch, pizza between them, the beginning of something unexpected starting to take shape. Missy leads Quinn into a modest bedroom. Breaking Bad posters cover the walls, Walter White in various menacing poses.
This is my son's old bedroom. He'll sleep on the couch on weekends when he visits. Sorry about the Breaking Bad shrine. Fair warning, he's obsessed.
No, this tells me more than I need to know about him already.
He's a huge Walter White fan. Always had this dream about becoming a chemist who cures diseases, which absolutely doesn't terrify his grandparents at all. They're totally fine with it.
He sounds like a good kid.
Do you have a big family?
Just me, my brothers, and my dad. My mom died when I was young. Cancer. She was only 30.
I'm so sorry. My roommate in college died the same way.
Was she the one who turned you? Sorry, that's so insensitive of me. I shouldn't have asked.
It's fine. She wasn't, but her sister definitely did.
Quinn laughs, genuinely amused by this irony.
My dad kicked me out because his church showed him photos of me kissing women. Someone hacked my private Instagram and sent him screenshots. Can you believe that? Who does that?
That must have been terrifying.
I tried to tell him I wasn't ashamed of it, that expressing the real me should be something he'd be proud of. And then
Quinn stands across from her father, David, in his 60s, his face red with anger.
he slapped me.
Back in the present, Quinn's hands are trembling. Missy immediately pulls her into a tight hug, holding her as she processes the trauma. They stay like that for a long moment, Missy offering silent comfort. Then suddenly, Chris appears in the doorway.
Oh, sorry. I was just coming to say goodbye.
Missy and Quinn pull apart quickly, but slightly flustered.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get so emotional. That was...
No, that was my fault. I shouldn't have pushed. Listen, come downstairs later, okay? I'd like to video call my son and introduce you to him.
Sure, but once again, I want to apologize for earlier at the hospital.
It won't happen again. I mean, yuck.
There's an awkward beat.
I meant that in a jokey way, like, as in you won't steal from unconscious priests again, not that the hug was yuck. The hug was nice, appropriate, very roommate-like.
Right.
Okay, I should definitely leave, right now. Bye.
She exits quickly, Chris following with an amused expression.
That went well.
Shut up.
Could you film your next hugging session? I could help you improve your technique.
Leave. Get out. Go to your bachelor pad.
You're clearly bad at hugs, or she wouldn't have looked so repulsed by it.
You're such a dick.
Always a pleasure, dear wife. Until next time, keep liking girls.
He exits. Missy stands alone in the hallway, mortified, but also smiling despite herself. Chris sits at an expensive desk in his sleek, modern office. On a whim, he decides to Google Quinn's name. Multiple headlines appear. Heir to billions. Tech billionaire's daughter, torrid gay affair with president's chief of staff exposed. Scandal rocks political elite. Secret relationship between presidential advisor and tech heiress revealed. From penthouse to outcast, how Quinn Matlock became America's most controversial socialite. Chris's eyes widen as he scrolls through the article after article. Posts of Quinn at charity galas with politicians, exclusive events. She's not just anyone. She's someone's daughter. Someone important.
Oh no.
He picks up his phone and calls Missy.
What?
We need to talk about Quinn. Now.
And that's a wrap on this episode of Girls Like Girls. We hope this chapter made you laugh, blush, cry a little, or completely rethink your love life. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you follow That Love Podcast wherever you're listening so you never miss the next moment, meltdown, confession, or heartbreak. And don't forget to share this episode with friends and family. Every share helps this podcast grow and brings more listeners into the story. Today's episode featured the voices of Alissa Carver, Alissa Bowers, Emerson Peery, and Lisa Miller. Written, produced, and directed by Joao Nsita. If today's romantic disaster kept you hooked, leave us a 5-star review while you're listening. It truly helps more hopeless romantics discover the show and supports independent storytelling like this. Until next time, stay kind, stay beautiful, protect your heart, and always remember, you are deeply loved.
The sound of a door opening. Quinn's footsteps are unsteady, slightly stumbling.
Dad, you here?
Silence. Then the rustles of papers from deeper in the office.
He left an hour ago.
Quinn's footsteps move towards the voice.
Who? Oh, you're his secretary.
Zoe. We've met 3 times at campaign events, but who's counting?
Right, Zoe. Sorry, I'm a little drunk.
I can tell. Bad night?
Bad life. My dad scheduled a donor dinner during my birthday. Again. 3rd year in a row.
That's rough.
Is it, or is it just my life?
A beat of silence. The sound of Quinn sitting down heavily in a chair.
You work late.
Your father needs these briefing documents ready for tomorrow. Someone has to do it.
He always needs something, just never from me.
You sound like you could use a friend.
What I need is for someone to tell me I matter.
A pause. Tension building.
You matter.
Another pause. The air shifts.
You're married, aren't you?
Yes.
Happily?
That's complicated.
Everything's complicated.
Movement. They're close now.
Quinn.
Just don't think. For once.
The sound of papers scattering off the desk, a sharp intake of breath. Professional office sounds, a phone ringing in the distance.
Yes. I'll have those reports on your desk by 3. Thank you, Mr. President.
She hangs up. There's a knock at the door.
Come in.
The door opens. Quinn enters.
Impressive office.
Quinn! What are you doing here?
I told security I was here to see my father. Perks of being a congressman's daughter.
You can't just show up here.
Can't I? You haven't returned my calls in 2 weeks.
Because this new job is consuming my life. I barely have time to breathe.
Make time.
Quinn.
Do you regret it? Us?
No. But we agreed it was a mistake.
Then why do I keep thinking about you?
A beat.
I think about you too.
The sound of a door unlocking and opening, keys being tossed on a table.
Zoe? You home?
Footsteps approach from another room.
In here.
Whose car is that parked outside?
A colleague's. We were working late, so I...
No, don't lie to me.
Silence.
Nate.
I found the texts on your phone. The pictures. Everything.
I'm sorry.
Sorry? You're having an affair with Congressman Sugar's daughter. Do you have any idea what this could do to our family?
It's not like that.
Then what is it like? Enlighten me.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I needed something that was mine.
And what about the kids? What about us?
Office ambiance, printers, keyboard typing, phones ringing, the works.
Yes, I have a story for you. About the White House Chief of Staff.
Go on.
She's been having an affair with Quinn Sugar, a tech heiress. Congressman William Sugar's daughter.
Jesus. Do you have proof?
Photos, text messages, hotel receipts. Everything.
Who's your source?
From her husband. Was her husband.
The sound of hurried footsteps. A door bursting open.
Zoe, have you seen the news?
Of course I've seen it. My face is plastered on every channel.
My father won't take my calls. The press is camped outside of my apartment.
The president asked for my resignation this morning.
Silence.
Oh God. Zoe, I'm so sorry.
Nate took the kids. He says I'm not fit to be around them.
We'll fix this. We'll...
Fix this? Quinn, my entire life just imploded. My career, my marriage, my children.
I know, but...
Was it even real for you? Or was I just some way to hurt your father?
I don't know.
Zoe's sharp intake of breath.
Get out.
Zoe.
I said get out.
Quinn's footsteps retreating. Doors closing, the sound of Zoe collapsing into her chair, trying not to cry. Missy sits at a desk covered with bills and financial statements, calculator in hand. Quinn enters from a day of shopping, carrying a few bags.
What are you doing?
Trying to figure out if I'll make my mortgage payments this month. Although that's about as likely as the Titanic resurfacing in a spotless state.
Oh, about that. I got a job, so I can pay rent this week.
You got a job. So miracles do happen. What job did you land?
I'm interning at a boutique clothing store near Rockefeller Center. It's for rich teenagers with more money than sense, but at least I'll get paid.
Do you have any retail experience?
A friend of mine recommended me. That's basically the same thing, right?
Well, I guess that's one less thing to worry about.
The front door opens. Chris enters, looking excited.
Guess who's in the running for a promotion?
Who?
Me. I got the work promotion.
You got it? Just like that?
Well, not yet. They're running background checks, and if everything goes well, the CEO takes my recommendations to the board, and I have the job.
Does my weed smoking arrest from college equal bad news for you or not?
Not really. I'm divorcing you anyway.
Phew! You had me worried for a second. Congratulations, by the way. That's amazing.
Well, thanks. It's a big opportunity.
Well, let's celebrate later. For now, I need to put these away and figure out if we can actually afford rent this month.
She heads upstairs, leaving Chris and Quinn in the living room. Quinn is scrolling through her phone, not paying attention.
Well, if it isn't Quinn Sugar.
Quinn freezes. Her entire body goes rigid.
How do you know that last name?
Because I did some digging and your face is all over the internet. Everyone is looking for you. Your father has a bounty on anyone who finds you, $50,000 for information.
Well, I don't care. I'm not going back to him.
Who started the affair with the White House Chief of Staff?
It was a mistake I'd like to forget.
But the White House Chief of Staff? Really?
Like I said, it was a mistake.
Did you love her?
Did who love who?
Missy stares at them, confused. Neither Quinn nor Chris speak.
Did who love who?
I just asked Chris if he loved you, and he's claiming he didn't.
Well, to be fair, you haven't seen her without makeup. You want to scare children on Halloween? Show them a face first thing in the morning.
Why do I feel like that wasn't actually a compliment?
I should probably go.
I'll follow you out.
What's going on? When did you two suddenly become best friends?
It just happened. He's actually not bad looking, and his personality isn't that annoying if you stick your fingers in your ears. Okay, bye.
She opens the door and shuts it firmly behind her, following Chris outside. Missy stands alone in her living room, utterly bewildered, holding her unpaid bills. Quinn sits in a passenger seat. Chris is in the driver's seat, hands on the steering wheel.
She was my dad's secretary, actually. She started the affair. She was married. I thought I loved her, but I didn't. I was just angry at my dad because I realized he spent his whole life avoiding spending time with me and my brothers. One night, I went to his office looking for him. I was drunk. She was there. One thing led to another.
On the desk?
Yeah, and I feel like you're imagining the scene right now.
Hey, I'm a man. Of course I am.
The affair continued for a few weeks, and then she left her job with my dad, went into the White House, and it continued there.
Do you love this woman?
Her name is Zoe, and no, I don't.
Well, how did your dad find out? Who leaked the story?
Zoe's husband found out. He worked for Fox News, and in a revenge act...
He leaked it to the press.
Yeah, I know hiding from my life is stupid, but I can't face any more paparazzi snapping pictures of me. I need time to refocus and figure out what I actually want.
Well, think quickly because these things always catch up with you.
I know.
Hey, do me a favor. Tell Missy the truth before the press tells her.
I will. I promise.
Quinn exits the car and starts heading towards the house. Just then an Uber pulls up in front of her. Zoe Halton, 29, elegant and composed, steps out of the cab.
Zoe?
Oh my god, I missed you.
She pulls Quinn into a tight hug, then kisses her on the mouth, passionate and familiar. Inside the house, Missy watches through the window, her expression shifting from confusion to shock to something else entirely.
Hi, I'm Quinn's girlfriend. Who are you?
We hope you're falling hard for this episode of Girls Like Girls. If it's making you laugh, cry, scream at the characters, or replay certain moments twice, don't keep it to yourself. Share the episode with friends, family, or anyone who loves messy love stories. unforgettable chemistry and emotional drama that hits a little too close to home. Make sure you follow That Love Podcast wherever you're listening so you never miss a new episode. And if you're enjoying the show, leave a review while you listen. It helps more romance fans discover the series and keep stories like this coming. And while you're here, explore more from That Love Podcast. Listen to Back to December, our 6-part buddy rom-com filled with sharp banter, beautiful chaos, unexpected feelings, and chemistry that absolutely refuses to stay under control. Then dive into The Love Doctor, starring the irresistibly charming Emerson Peery, a darkly funny, emotionally complicated journey through heartbreak, lies, love, and second chances. More romance, more drama, more stories you won't stop thinking about. Press play, follow, share the obsession.
Missy is cleaning up her living room when Quinn enters, looking nervous.
Missy, it's not what it looks like.
What's it meant to look like?
And why would she care?
Yeah, why indeed?
I don't care. I know it meant nothing.
Did I miss the part where I kissed her and announced she was my girlfriend?
So you two are a thing?
No.
Yes, we are. What are you doing?
Zoe, we're not a thing. What we had was just physical. It was sex and nothing else.
Sex? Who are you lying to? Me or yourself?
Okay, fine. It was a little more than sex, but look, I realized I didn't really love you.
And I didn't really love you either. But we fit. You're glue and I'm paper. We belong together.
I don't think we do.
You know Nate took the kids to his parents in Canada. He thinks I'm a bad influence on them.
Then go after them. They're who you should be fighting for to have in your life, not me.
Quinn, you're not hearing me. I'm finally at a stage where I can admit to myself that I want this. I want to be with someone like you.
Yeah, someone. It doesn't mean that it has to be me.
So you're rejecting me?
I'm saying your kids should matter more than some cheap fling that meant nothing.
And they do. They do matter. What am I doing?
She looks lost, confused by her own choices.
Zoe, I know you love me, and I love you back, but not in that way. I wish I felt what you felt for me, but I don't. The night we first got together, I was just angry at my dad. I was in pain, and I needed a way to release it. It really didn't mean anything beyond some short-term fun. I can't want more with you because there isn't more for me to give. I'm sorry.
Zoe leans in and kisses Quinn gently on the cheek. Without another word, she exits, leaving Chris and Missy watching in silence.
We should probably talk.
What's there to talk about? You're a tech heiress. You've been lying to me for 2 weeks. Not a big deal.
I wasn't trying to deceive you.
I think maybe you need to find somewhere else to go.
She exits upstairs without waiting for a response.
Hang on, let me talk to her.
He follows Missy up the stairs, leaving Quinn alone in the living room. Missy aggressively folds laundry, snapping each piece of clothing with more force than necessary. A pile of neatly folded clothes sits behind a chaotic mess of unfolded items. Chris enters, closing the door softly behind him. He watches her for a moment before speaking.
She didn't lie, you know.
Of course she did. She had an affair with her father's assistant. Not to mention she's rich. While I've been fretting about paying rent, she's been sat on our couch laughing at my pain.
Missy stops mid-fold, her hands gripping a shirt tightly. She throws the shirt down on the bed and turns away from him.
You know, I would have helped you with the rent. And come on, she's not the type to laugh at someone in pain.
He studies her face carefully.
What's this really about? You're all worked up.
I'm not. I just expect people in my life to be upfront and honest with me.
Oh, you know what I think?
He gives her a knowing look, one eyebrow raised, slight smile playing at his lips.
I don't. Take that look off your face.
Hey, I didn't say anything.
A beat. He moves to sit on the edge of the bed.
I think you do like her. And her lying to you, I think it manifests into you thinking she could lie to you again if you ever got into a relationship with her.
Missy stops folding completely, her shoulders tense.
What are you, some mind reader?
I'm your conscience, soon-to-be ex-husband.
Missy sits down beside him on the bed, defeated. She stares at her hands.
Fine. I like her.
Then have a chat with her. Get her to promise never to lie to you again. Set your boundaries and then move forward.
But what if she...
Missy, I don't think that she's that kind of woman. I believe she's kind, thoughtful, and...
He pauses, pulling out his phone. His fingers move quickly across the screen, typing into Google.
I know why I'm being hired.
His face falls as he stares at the screen, all color draining from his expression.
What's going on?
Chris hands her the phone. She reads, her eyes widening.
Quinn's dad is the chairman of the company that wants to hire me as a marketing exec.
Silence. They exchange a look of dawning realization.
So he knows where she is. And he's trying to get to you to get to her?
Chris stands abruptly, running his hand through his hair in frustration.
Damn it!
I'm sorry.
It's a job I really wanted.
You'll find something else.
Yeah, maybe.
He turns to face her, putting his hands on her shoulders.
Look, forget about me for a second. Focus on Quinn. You like her, so tell her. Tell her before she feels guilty for lying to you and decides to exit.
You're right. Thanks.
A soft knock at the door. They both freeze. Quinn's silhouette is visible through the frosted glass panel. Chris squeezes Missy's shoulder reassuringly, then moves towards the door.
Hey, good luck.
He opens the door, gives Quinn a brief nod as he passes and exits. Quinn stands in the doorway, uncertain, looking at Missy with apprehensive eyes. Quinn paces back and forth like a caged animal, wearing a path in the carpet. Missy sits cross-legged on the bed, absently playing with a loose thread on her shirt, but her eyes track Quinn's every movement.
I know. I lied. And if you never wanted to see me again, I'd totally understand. But you have to understand one thing.
She stops pacing and turns to face Missy directly.
What is it?
I've never felt like I'm home.
Yay me. I made a stranger feel welcome. Someone alert Hallmark. I'm emotionally competent.
Quinn takes a step closer, her hands fidgeting.
I've never had someone in my corner offering me advice.
Giving out cooking tips is not advice. That's just me preventing you from burning down my kitchen.
It's more than that. You listen to me. You listen to my opinions, even when they're wrong and deluded. I feel closer to you than anyone I've ever met in my entire life combined.
Missy tilts her head, a small smile forming.
And that makes me special. Wow, you have low standards. I literally just nod and pretend I understand half the things you say.
It's like I've been searching through the desert my whole life, looking for a waterhole, and then I discover a waterfall. You're the waterfall. You give life to me. You give me a second chance to live.
So I'm not entirely useless. Yay! Put that on my tombstone. Missy Johnson, not entirely useless.
Quinn moves closer still, her eyes glistening. Missy blinks, clearly moved but trying to hide it.
All right.
I really wish I could go back in time and change things, but I know deep in my heart that what I did will never happen again. It's a promise.
Look, I believe you. You can relax.
Quinn's face crumples with relief. She rushes forward and pulls Missy into a tight hug. Missy stiffens for a moment, then relaxes into it, her arms wrapping around Quinn.
Thank you. Thank you.
Missy closes her eyes, allowing herself to feel the moment. Her hands gently rub Quinn's back. Suddenly, the door bursts open. Louis Johnson, age 16, steps in, tall, lanky, with an easy confidence and a Star Wars t-shirt that reads, "I find your lack of faith disturbing." Chris follows behind him, carrying a duffel bag. Missy and Quinn spring apart like teenagers caught making out.
You should have told me you were flying in. I would have driven you home.
Oh, sorry about that. There's a Star Wars convention in town and a buddy of mine from high school has tickets, so I thought I'd surprise you both.
He looks at Quinn, his face brightening.
Hi, you must be Quinn. Dad texted me about you. Said you were suspiciously attractive for a roommate.
I did not phrase it like that.
You described her as suspiciously attractive?
I said she seemed nice. Louis is paraphrasing.
Quinn walked over to Louis, extending her hand for a shake. Louis stares at it, then looks up at her with a grin.
We're not doing that. Come here.
He pulls her into a quick, friendly hug. Quinn looks surprised but pleased.
Okay. Are you hungry? How about I make something to eat and you can tell me if this buddy of yours is a girl? Louis here has a reputation for being a flirt.
Mom, I'm a flirt.
He so is. Last week he tried to use quantum mechanics to ask out a barista. Something about entangled particles and wanting to observe her wave function.
If I'm a flirt, where do you think I get it from? You once told Mom her smile had more luminosity than a supernova.
He did say that. On our second date. I almost left.
Come on, you. Let's go downstairs and you can start telling me about your lectures.
Like you'd even understand a word of it. You think algorithms are something you dance to?
Dick.
Takes one to know one.
I love my kid. Isn't he amazing?
The door closes behind them. Their voices fade as they head downstairs. Missy and Quinn are left alone in the bedroom. Their exchange a look, something unspoken passing between them.
Well, that was something.
Your family is wonderful.
Come on. Let's go feed the child genius before he starts explaining string theory to the refrigerator.
Quinn follows, but pauses at the door, looking back at Missy with genuine affection.
And that's a wrap on this episode of Girls Like Girls. We hope this chapter made you laugh, blush, cry a little, or completely rethink your love life. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you follow That Love Podcast wherever you're listening so you never miss the next moment, meltdown, confession, or heartbreak. And don't forget to share this episode with friends and family. Every share helps this podcast grow and brings more listeners into the story. Today's episode featured the voices of Alissa Carver, Alissa Bowers, Emerson Peery, and Lisa Miller. Written, produced, and directed by Joao Nsita. If today's romantic disaster kept you hooked, leave us a 5-star review while you're listening. It truly helps more hopeless romantics discover the show and supports independent storytelling like this. Until next time, stay kind, stay beautiful, protect your heart, and always remember, you are deeply loved.
Quinn stands at the counter making coffee. She hums softly to herself, pouring a second cup. Louis enters, still in pajamas, heading straight for the fridge. He stops when he sees the 2 coffee cups.
Hey, that's my mom's mug.
Quinn looks down at the mug in her hand. It has "World's Best Mom" printed on it.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was special. I'll just...
I made it for her in 3rd grade. Pottery class.
He takes the mug from her hand, pours the coffee down the sink, and rinses it thoroughly. Quinn watches, stunned.
Use the blue one. That's the guest mug.
He exits, leaving Quinn standing alone holding the empty coffee pot. Missy sits between Louis and Quinn. The theater's packed. A romantic comedy plays on screen. Quinn laughs at a joke. Louis doesn't react.
This is funny, right?
Hilarious.
Quinn reaches into the shared popcorn bucket between her and Missy. Louis immediately grabs the bucket and moves it to his other side.
Was I eating too much?
Mom paid for it. Mom should get most of it.
Louis, there's plenty.
I'm just being fair.
Several people turn and shush them. Missy sinks lower in her seat, mortified. Quinn stares straight ahead at the screen, jaw tight. Quinn walks towards Missy's car, carrying shopping bags. Louis leans against the car, scrolling through his phone. She approaches cautiously.
Hey, your mom is still inside returning something.
I know.
Awkward silence. Quinn shifts the bags in her hands.
So, Columbia, right? That's impressive. What are you studying again?
Biochemistry, with a focus on molecular genetics.
Wow, that's...
My mom told me you dropped out of college 3 times.
Quinn's face falls.
It wasn't the right fit for me.
Clearly.
Not everyone's path is linear, Louis. Some of us have to figure things out.
And some of us don't have trust funds to fall back on while we figure things out.
He knows. Quinn's eyes widen slightly.
Who told you?
Google. It's free, unlike your previous lifestyle.
Missy emerges from the store before Quinn can respond. Louis immediately brightens, smiling at his mother.
Hey, all set, Mom?
Chris, Louis, Quinn, and Missy sit at a table. Menus are open and the waiter approaches.
Are we ready to order?
I'll have the carbonara, please.
That's my mom's favorite dish.
A beat. Everyone looks at him.
Okay. Should I order something else?
It's a free country. Just pointing out the coinkydink.
Hey, Louis.
What? I'm just making conversation.
It's fine. Order whatever you want.
Actually, I'll have the penne arrabbiata instead.
Yeah, good choice. The carbonara here is probably too rich for some people anyway.
Chris shoots Louis a warning look. Louis smiles innocently and returns to his menu. Quinn stares at her water glass, fighting back tears. Quinn sits on the couch reading a book. Louis enters with his laptop and sits in the armchair across from her. He types loudly, occasionally glancing at her over the screen.
Is something wrong?
Nope.
More aggressive typing.
You keep looking at me.
I'm just curious about something.
What?
How long are you planning to stay here?
I don't know. Your mom said I could stay as long as I need.
Right, as long as you need. It's very generous of her.
It is. She's been incredibly kind to me.
She's kind to everyone. It's one of her best qualities. It's also one of her worst.
I'm not taking advantage of her, if that's what you're implying.
I didn't imply anything. You said that all by yourself.
He picks up his laptop and heads towards the stairs, then pauses.
You know what's interesting? I read that people who come from privilege often don't realize when they're using people. They think it's just networking, making connections.
I'm not using your mother.
Then what are you doing?
I'm trying to survive. I'm trying to rebuild my life after everything fell apart.
And my mom is just... what? A convenient place to land?
She's my friend.
She's my mother. She deserves better than to be someone's backup plan.
Before Quinn can respond, Missy appears at the top of the stairs in her robe.
What's going on down here? I heard voices.
Louis immediately softens, his face transforming into a smile.
Oh, nothing, Mom. Quinn and I were just talking. Right, Quinn?
Quinn looks between them, trapped.
Right. Just talking.
Oh, well, keep it down. Some of us have work in the morning.
She disappears back upstairs. Louis waits until he hears her bedroom door close.
Yeah, this conversation isn't over.
He exits upstairs, leaving Quinn standing alone in the living room. Quinn sits in a corner booth, her third cup of coffee going cold beside an open book. She's been here for hours. The morning rush has long passed. Rachel, in her 40s, a waitress with kind eyes and the weathered wisdom of someone who's seen it all, approaches with a fresh pot. She refills Quinn's cup without asking, then slides a homeless shelter leaflet onto the table. Quinn looks up from her book, confused.
What's this?
She picks up the leaflet, reading it.
I'm not homeless.
Hun, you're here first thing in the mornings and late into the night. Granted, you don't smell, but I assume you shower at the gym across the street.
I'm avoiding someone.
Husband? Ah, gotcha.
Rachel reaches behind her to the counter, pulling out another leaflet. She places it in front of Quinn. Safe Horizon's logo is prominent. Quinn stares at it, then looks up at Rachel with a mixture of embarrassment and frustration.
Safe Horizon? I'm not a victim.
Then why do you spend more time here than God allows?
Quinn sighs, pushing both leaflets aside.
My friend's son is over for the weekend. He doesn't like me.
Doesn't like you because...
Women.
He doesn't like women?
The fact that I'm into chicks and his mom likes me.
Rachel leans back, a look of understanding crossing her face.
Wow. Have you talked to him?
I don't think he's the kind of kid who would listen or take notice of what I have to say.
Rachel drums her fingers on the table, thinking. Then she leans forward.
All right. I've got 3 ideas for you.
3 ideas?
Counting on her fingers. 1, stop running. Go back to that house, sit that kid down, and acknowledge what he's actually afraid of.
Which is?
That you're gonna hurt his mama. He's not mad you're gay, honey. He's mad you might break her heart. So tell him you won't, and mean it.
Quinn considers this, her expression softening slightly.
2, find common ground. What's this kid into?
Science, biochemistry, Star Wars.
There you go. Ask him about his studies. Let him talk.
Smart kids love explaining things. Makes them feel important. Show genuine interest, not fake interest. He'll smell that a mile away.
Quinn nods slowly, actually listening now.
And 3, and this is the big one. Talk to his mother. Tell her what's happening. She's caught in the middle, and trust me, she already knows something's wrong. You avoiding it? That just makes it worse.
What if she takes his side?
Then at least you'll know where you stand. But hiding in my coffee shop drinking burnt coffee for 12 hours a day? That's not solving anything.
She picks up the leaflet, tucking them back into her apron.
Look, I don't know your whole story, but I know avoidance when I see it. And whatever you're running from, it's still gonna be there when you go back. Might as well face it head on.
Quinn stares at her coffee cup, processing.
What if I mess it up? What if I make it worse?
You might, but at least you tried. And that kid, he'll remember you tried. That counts for something.
She pats Quinn's shoulder and heads back behind the counter, leaving Quinn alone with her thoughts and her now cold coffee. Quinn pulls out her phone, stares at it for a long moment, then stands up. She leaves cash on the table, including a generous tip, and heads for the door.
Good luck, hon.
Quinn pauses at the door, turns back, and gives Rachel a grateful nod before stepping out into the sunlight. Quinn stands outside Louie's door, psyching herself up. She knocks softly. No answer. She peeks inside, and the room is empty. Louie's gaming setup is on headset, resting on the desk. Blue LED lights glowing, but the chair is empty. Quinn enters cautiously, looking around at the Breaking Bad posters still on the walls, mixed with new science diagrams and Star Wars memorabilia.
Find common ground. Show genuine interest.
She walks over to his desk, examining his textbooks. Molecular biology, organic chemistry, quantum mechanics, all covered in color-coded tabs and meticulous notes. On the shelf above the desk sits a detailed model of the Millennium Falcon. Clearly expensive, clearly prized. A little placard says, "First place, Columbia Engineering Competition."
Wow.
She leans in closer to examine it. Her elbow catches a stack of textbooks at the edge of the desk. Everything happens in slow motion. The books tumble. Quinn lunges to catch them. Her hand swings wide and... crack! The Millennium Falcon crashes to the floor. One of the wings snaps clean off. A small landing gear piece rolls under the bed.
No.
She drops to her knees, picking up the pieces. Her hands shake as she tries to fit the wing back on, but it won't stay. Footsteps in the hallway. Quinn's eyes go wide. She looks around frantically, then shows the broken model behind a stack of magazines on the shelf, positioning them to hide it. She quickly arranges the books back on the desk. The door opens. Louis enters, holding a protein shake, and stops when he sees her. "What are you doing in my room?"
Hey, I wanted to see your setup. Rachel at the coffee shop suggested I should show interest in what you're studying.
Rachel?
She's a waitress. She gives good advice. Your textbooks look really intense. Quantum mechanics? That's like really hard stuff.
Did you touch anything?
No. I was just looking. I didn't touch anything.
Louis sits down at his desk, putting on his headset. He glances around like he can sense something is off. Cool. Well, I'm out the game with my friends, so...
Right. Yeah. I'll just... Oh, sorry. Bye.
She backs toward the door, nearly tripping over his backpack. She exits quickly. Louis watches her go, frowning. Louis is deep in a game, shouting into his headset. His hand reaches for his water bottle on the shelf. He knocks over the magazines. The broken Millennium Falcon tumbles out. landing on the desk in pieces. Louis freezes. He picks up the broken wing, staring at it in disbelief.
Hey, guys, hang on.
Voice from the headset.
Dude, you're getting wrecked! What's happening?
Louis takes off his headset, examining the damage. His jaw tightens. He stands, stalking out of the room with the broken pieces in hand.
We hope you're falling hard for this episode of Girls Like Girls. If it's making you laugh, cry, scream at the characters, or replay certain moments twice, don't keep it to yourself. Share the episode with friends, family, or anyone who loves messy love stories, unforgettable chemistry, and emotional drama that hits a little too close to home. Make sure you follow That Love Podcast wherever you're listening so you never miss a new episode. And if you're enjoying the show, leave a review while you listen. It helps more romance fans discover the series and keep stories like this coming. And while you're here, explore more from That Love Podcast. Listen to Back to December, our 6-part buddy rom-com filled with sharp banter, beautiful chaos, unexpected feelings, and chemistry that absolutely refuses to stay under control. Then dive into The Love Doctor, starring the irresistibly charming Emerson Peery, a darkly funny, emotionally complicated journey through heartbreak, lies, love, and second chances. More romance, more drama, more stories you won't stop thinking about. Press play, follow, share the obsession.
Chaos. The kitchen looks like a cooking show had exploded. Pots everywhere, 3 different timers going off, steam rising from multiple burners. Missy stands at the stove, hair tied back, wearing an apron that says, "I cook with wine. Sometimes I add it to food." She chops vegetables at lightning speed while simultaneously stirring 2 pots. Sarah, in her 50s, a volunteer from the women's shelter, packages finished meals into containers at the island.
12... No, 15. They added 5 more families.
Chris bursts through the door, checking his watch.
Missy, I need to leave in 20 minutes. My interview is across town and traffic is...
I know. I'm going as fast as I can.
Can we at least load what's ready into my car?
Sarah, help him with the first batch.
Quinn appears in the doorway, hesitant.
Missy, can I talk to you for a second?
Can it wait? I'm kind of in the middle of...
The timer goes off and Missy rushes to the oven, pulling out a tray of shepherd's pies.
It's kind of important.
Okay. What's up?
She immediately turns back to the stove, stirring sauce.
It's about Louis. I think there's some tension between us, and I just wanted to...
Missy, which one's a vegetarian? I need to label them.
The ones with the green tape. Quinn, I'm sorry, can you...
Missy rushes to the other burner. Quinn steps aside as everyone moves around the kitchen in organized chaos.
I just need 5 minutes to explain...
Explain what? Quinn, honey, I really can't focus right now. Can we talk tonight?
Missy, 15 minutes!
I know!
She looks at Quinn apologetically while simultaneously checking 3 different spots.
I'm so sorry. These women are counting on this meal. It's their fundraiser, and if we don't deliver...
No, I get it. It's fine.
Tonight. I promise. We'll sit down and properly talk.
Another timer goes off. Missy spins back to the oven. Quinn stands there for a moment watching the chaos, then quietly slips out the kitchen unnoticed. Quinn walks out of the kitchen just as Louis comes down the stairs holding the broken Millennium Falcon pieces. He sees her and she sees him. They both stop.
Did you do this?
Quinn's face goes pale. Behind them, the chaos from the kitchen continues. Chris shouting about timing, Missy calling out instructions, and timers beeping.
Do what?
My model. The one I built for the engineering competition. did you break it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, you were in my room half an hour ago. You said you didn't touch anything.
I didn't. I was just looking at your books.
You're lying.
He turns the phone toward her. On the screen is a Twitch stream recording. The camera angle shows his entire room from the webcam above his monitor. In the video, Quinn is clearly visible, knocking over the books, breaking the model, and hiding it behind the magazines. Quinn's mouth opens, but no words come out.
My stream was still running. I always leave it on when I take breaks. My friend saw the whole thing. Do you know how many people are watching right now?
He scrolls. The video count reads 47,000.
Louis,
Let's read the comments. Who's the girl? Is that his girlfriend? She just broke his stuff and lied about it. What a psycho.
He looks up at her, and there's something more than anger in his eyes now. There's hurt.
You broke something I spent 3 months building. Something that mattered to me, and then you looked at me in the face and you lied about it.
I panicked. I was going to tell you, I swear,
You just what? Needed some time to come up with a better lie?
No, I was scared. I came to your room to try to talk to you, to find some common ground, like Rachel said, and I accidentally...
Rachel? The coffee shop waitress? You're taking life advice from a waitress.
She was trying to help.
You want to know what would have helped? The truth. Walking out of my room and saying, "Hey, I broke your model by accident. I'm sorry."
You're right. You're absolutely right. I should have told you immediately. I knew you already hated me, and I thought...
Now 50,000 people know what kind of person you are. So do I.
Chris rushes through the stack of containers, oblivious to the tension.
Loaded! 10 minutes, Missy!
He disappears out the front door. Louis and Quinn stand in the sudden silence.
I defended you.
What?
When my friends said you were bad news, when they sent me the articles about your scandal, I told them people deserve second chances.
He holds up the broken pieces.
Well, I was wrong.
He turns and walks back upstairs, leaving Quinn standing alone in the living room. Through the kitchen doorway, we can see Missy still cooking frantically, completely unaware of what just happened. Quinn sinks onto the couch, pulling out her phone. She opens Twitter. The video is already everywhere. Tech heiress caught breaking kids' stuff, then lying about it. Quinn Sugar can't stop lying. From affair scandal to this. She closes her eyes, a tear rolling down her cheek. Missy and Chris enter from the kitchen, still wiping flour off their hands. They freeze when they see Quinn on the couch, writing on a notepad, her suitcase packed and sitting beside her feet.
What's going on? Are you leaving?
Why are you leaving? I thought you liked it here. The Breaking Bad posters, the constant smell of failed attempts at cooking.
I'm leaving because no one wants me here.
What made you think that?
No one in particular.
Louis, can you come down here, please?
Silence.
Louis, come down here, now!
People wonder why he has selective hearing.
Footsteps thunder down the stairs. Louis appears, looking genuinely confused.
Hey, what's going on? Why does she have a suitcase? Is she leaving?
Isn't that what you want?
Whoa! Can we all start at the beginning, please? What's going on?
Louis doesn't like me. He knows there's a vibe between us, you and me, but he doesn't like it. He either thinks I'll hurt you or just doesn't think I'm good enough. I just wanted to talk to him today and sort it all out.
And then she broke my Millennium Falcon.
The one your late grandfather bought you?
Oh, God.
He's messing with you. He found it at a thrift shop. It was $3.
That's what I'm worth to you? $3? I've seen you spend more on a latte.
You're worth at least $5. $6 if you clean your room.
Anyway, I lied to Louis about it, and he found out, and now I'm leaving.
She grabs her suitcase and heads towards the door.
Wait!
Quinn stops, hand on the doorknob. Look, I don't hate you.
You don't?
No, you're actually cool. I like the fact that you read real books, not just Twitter threads. I like the fact that you're a sounding board for my mom, which means she won't bore me during soccer matches on TV with her feelings and how was your day questions.
Hey!
I love the fact that when my mom talks to you, she genuinely seems happy. Like, genuinely happy. Like, I'm pretending the burnt casserole tastes good kind of happy.
Well, he's not wrong about the casserole.
Not helping.
Sure, I might have seemed like I hated you, but I was only testing you. To see if my mom actually meant something to you. And now that I know she does, well, I'm cool with it.
So you want me to stay?
Yeah, you're not that bad. Like, you're even a solid 7 out of 10. Maybe 7.5 if you stop hiding broken stuff behind magazines.
Cool.
Also, and this is important, I just signed a $20,000 sponsorship deal with Twitch for 4 live streams. But only if you're sitting next to me during them. Everyone stares at him.
I'm sorry. What?
Well, apparently people love her. Before you appeared on my stream, I had 100 viewers, maybe. The stream where you broke my falcon and lied about it? 100,000 viewers. My donations are going through the roof. You've basically turned me into a content goldmine.
Our donations. You have no access to that money without my approval.
Okay, fine. Our donations. I'm 16, not emancipated.
Wait, so Quinn being a disaster on camera is your business model now?
Well, pretty much. The internet loves a good redemption arc. Or a villain origin story, I don't know. We're still figuring out which one this is.
I don't know whether to be flattered or insulted.
So, would you stay, please? Be part of my streams? I'll split the profits, 70-30.
50-50.
Deal. Mom, you're a brutal negotiator. Quinn's face breaks into a genuine smile.
Sure, I'd love to.
Oh, good, because we're streaming in about 2 minutes. Ma, could you please put her suitcase away? We need to capitalize on this viral moment before the algorithm forgets about us.
I'm your mother, not your production assistant.
You're also 50% owner of my streaming revenue, so technically you work for me now.
Hey, kid's got a point.
Louis extends his arm to Quinn. She links hers through his, and they head upstairs together like old friends. Okay, so today's stream is Fortnite with the internet's most controversial roommate. I've already got the thumbnail designed.
That's the title?
Well, the algorithm loves controversy. Trust me, I'm a Gen Z content creator. We're basically digital sociopaths. Chris and Missy stand alone in the living room staring after them.
I have no idea what just happened, but I'm glad they sorted out their issue.
Me too. Although I'm slightly concerned my son just monetized someone's trauma.
That's just Gen Z entrepreneurship.
A beat. Chris turns to Missy with a more serious expression.
So, when are you two officially going out on a date?
We already go out.
Yeah, but there's never a date. You like her, right? You know her ex will eventually try to lure her back into her life. Why not plan ahead? Make her yours before you lose her.
Missy fidgets with the suitcase handle, thinking.
You really think I should do that?
You like her. It's time to move forward in your relationship. At least think about it.
Yeah, I will. Thanks.
Plus, if you don't ask her out soon, Louie's gonna make a whole stream about it and monetize your love life too.
Oh, God, you're right.
Chris exits. Missy stands alone, staring at the stairs where Quinn disappeared, lost in thought. From upstairs, we hear Louie's enthusiastic voice. Hi, what's up, nerds? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're having a very special guest. Missy smiles to herself, shaking her head.
And that's a wrap on this episode of Girls Like Girls. We hope this chapter made you laugh, blush, cry a little, or completely rethink your love life. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you follow That Love Podcast wherever you're listening so you never miss the next moment, meltdown, confession, or heartbreak. And don't forget to share this episode with friends and family. Every share helps this podcast grow and brings more listeners into the story. Today's episode featured the voices of Alissa Carver, Alissa Bowers, Emerson Peery, and Lisa Miller. Written, produced, and directed by Joao Nsita. If today's romantic disaster kept you hooked, leave us a 5-star review while you're listening. It truly helps more hopeless romantics discover the show and supports independent storytelling like this. Until next time, stay kind, stay beautiful, protect your heart, and always remember, you are deeply loved.
The bar is dimly lit with exposed brick walls and Edison bulbs. A jazz trio plays in the corner. Missy and Quinn sit at a small table with drinks in front of them. Missy looks nervous but excited, wearing a nice dress. Quinn looks stunning in a fitted blazer. Chris sits at a bar nearby nursing a beer, watching them like a Secret Service agent.
I can't believe we're actually doing this. A real date.
I know, it feels surreal. Good surreal.
Although, I have to ask, why is my ex-husband sitting at the bar, glaring at everyone like he's my personal bodyguard?
Because he insisted. Something about wanting to make sure you're safe on your first gay date.
Ugh, he's so dramatic.
A confident guy, 30s, approaches their table with 2 shots.
Hey, I couldn't help but notice you from across the bar. Can I buy you a drink?
Before Quinn can respond, Chris appears out of nowhere, stopping between them.
She's taken. Also, she doesn't drink shots. Diabetic. Move along. Who are you, her dad? Worse, her date's ex-husband, which means I have nothing to lose and everything to protect. Walk away while you still have your dignity.
The guy backs away slowly. Chris returns to his bar stool. Missy and Quinn exchanged amused looks.
This is ridiculous.
It's kind of sweet, actually.
Quinn's phone buzzes on the table. She glances at it and smiles a genuine warm smile.
Everything okay?
Yeah, just a friend checking in.
She hits send and sets the phone down, but it buzzes again almost immediately. Another smile crosses her face.
Popular tonight.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
She types another reply and Missy's smile tightens slightly.
So, how's the boutique job going?
Good, really good. My boss said I'm a natural at styling.
That's great.
Another buzz. Quinn's face lights up again as she reads and responds.
Really great.
A frat bro type approaches Missy's side of the table.
Hi there, beautiful. You look like you could use some better company.
Chris materializes like a ninja, placing himself directly in the guy's path.
Hi, she's on the date. With her. They're gay. This is a gay date. Please find literally anyone else to bother. Oh, my bad, dude. Respect.
He leaves. Chris returns to his post.
Chris is really committed to this bodyguard thing, huh?
Yeah. Committed.
Quinn's phone buzzes again. And again. That smile. Missy takes a long drink of her wine, her jaw tightening.
Must be a really good friend.
What? Oh, yeah, we've been texting all day.
All day. Wow, that's a lot of texting.
Yeah, it's nice. I haven't laughed this much in weeks.
Missy's smile almost becomes painful. She drains her wine glass. Another guy starts to approach. Chris doesn't even let him get close. Just holds up one hand like a stop sign. The guy immediately changes direction.
Are you okay? You seem quiet.
I'm great. Just enjoying the ambiance and watching Chris terrify strangers. It's very entertaining.
Quinn's phone buzzes. She glances at it, starts to reach for it, then stops, looking at Missy.
Sorry, am I being rude? I can put this away.
No, it's fine. Answer your friend.
You sure?
Totally sure.
Quinn picks up the phone, types, smiles again. Missy signals the bartender for another wine. Missy and Quinn sit across from each other at a table for 4. The restaurant is elegant, with white tablecloths, candles, soft music. This is date number 2, and the energy is tense. Chris sits beside Missy, checking his watch nervously. The 4th chair is empty.
She said she'd be here by 7. It was 7:15. Do you think she stood me up?
Maybe she got lost.
Give her time.
Missy's eye twitches. Quinn has been on her phone since they sat down 20 minutes ago.
I don't know why I'm so nervous. I've been on plenty of dates.
Maybe because it's polite to be present on a date. You know, actually talking to the person across from you instead of texting other people.
Quinn looks up, confused.
What?
Nothing.
The restaurant door opens. Margaret, in her 40s, enters wearing blood-stained scrubs, rubber boots, and carrying a large utility bag. She's muscular with scarred hands and an intense expression. Chris's face goes white.
Sorry I'm late.
She strides over confidently. Other diners stare.
Why is she covered in blood?
You said she's a butcher.
I thought that was metaphorical.
Margaret reaches the table, sets down her bag, which clinks ominously.
Sorry about the outfit. Emergency at work. A whole pig came in and we had to break it down immediately. Didn't have time to change.
She sits down, completely at ease.
Margaret, you must be Quinn. Chris has told me so much about you.
Nice to meet you. Butcher, right?
20 years. Family business. We supply half the restaurants in the city.
What's in the bag, Margaret?
Tools. Knives, mostly. I'm particular about my set. Never leave them at the shop. You never know who might use them wrong.
Chris's face goes even paler.
Tools. Great.
Quinn's phone buzzes. She immediately picks it up, reads, and starts typing with a small smile. Missy watches her, jaw clenched.
Must be important.
Just replying to something.
Like you've been doing for the past 48 hours straight?
Quinn finally looks up, registering Missy's tone.
I'm just texting a friend.
Right. Your friend. The one who's so hilarious you can't stop smiling at your phone.
So, Chris tells me you're recently divorced? That must be interesting. Dating your ex-wife's new girlfriend?
Uh-huh. Interesting. That's one word.
I think it's mature. Most people can't handle that level of complexity, but you seem like someone who can handle complex situations.
She says it in a way that makes Chris shift uncomfortably in his seat.
I try.
Meanwhile, Quinn's phone buzzes again. She picks it up immediately.
Oh, for God's sake! Who is it?
The entire restaurant goes quiet for a moment. Chris and Margaret both turn to look at them.
Why are you so bothered by this?
Because we're on a date, Quinn. Our second date. And you've spent more time looking at your phone than looking at me.
I'm allowed to have friends.
I'm not saying you can't have friends. I'm saying maybe when you're on a date with someone, you should actually be on the date.
Whoa. Hey, what's happening here?
This is good. Communication is important.
Okay, can we maybe address the blood situation first?
What blood situation?
You're covered in blood. You're carrying a bag of knives. You described breaking down a pig like it was a fun afternoon activity.
Because it is my job?
I'm going to the bathroom.
He practically runs away from the table. Margaret watches him go, bewildered.
Did I say something wrong?
No, men are just dramatic.
You know what? Maybe this was a mistake.
Maybe it was.
They stare at each other across the table, both angry and hurt.
Should I go?
You want to know who I've been texting?
Yes, actually, I really do.
Well, I'm not going to tell you.
Missy's face goes blank.
What?
It's a surprise, and if I tell you, it won't be a surprise anymore.
So you're just going to sit there, smiling at your phone like a teenager in love and refusing to tell me who it is?
It's not like that.
Then what is it like? Because from where I'm sitting, it looks like you're more interested in whoever's on that phone than the person in front of you.
You're being ridiculous.
I'm being ridiculous? I'm trying to have a relationship with you, and you won't even tell me who you're constantly texting.
Because it's a surprise.
Or because it's something you know I won't like.
Maybe I should...
Do you know how this looks? We're supposed to be on a date. Our second date. And you've spent more time looking at your phone than looking at me.
I've looked at my phone maybe 5 times.
Try 15. I've been counting.
You've been counting?
Yes, because apparently that's the only way to get your attention.
Well, you know what? Maybe if you weren't so insecure, you wouldn't need to count how many times I look at my phone.
The words hung in the air. Missy's face goes cold.
Insecure?
Missy, I didn't mean...
No, you're right. I'm insecure. I'm insecure because the woman I'm dating is texting someone else constantly and refusing to tell me who it is. I'm insecure because every time your phone buzzes, you light up like I've never seen you light up for me.
That's not fair.
You know what's not fair? Asking me to just blindly trust you when you won't give me anything. Not an explanation, not a timeline, nothing.
I told you it's a surprise.
Yeah, well, I've had enough surprises in my life, thanks. My husband coming out as supportive of my sexuality? Surprise. My son leaving for college 3 years early? Surprise. Finding out the woman I'm falling for might be texting her ex? Surprise.
You think I'm texting Zoe?
I don't know what to think because you won't tell me anything.
Wow, you really don't trust me at all, do you?
How can I trust you when you're keeping secrets?
You know what? This was a mistake. I thought you were different. I thought you could handle this.
Handle what? You being secretive and dismissive?
Handle me trying to do something nice for you. But clearly, you'd rather assume the worst.
Then tell me. Just tell me who you're texting.
No. You know why? Because if I have to prove myself to you every single time you get jealous or insecure, this relationship is never going to work.
So that's it? You're just going to leave?
I can't do this right now. I can't sit here and be accused of something I'm not doing.
She turns towards the exit.
Quinn, wait.
I need space. I'll get an Uber.
No, just let her go.
Quinn walks towards the exit, wiping her eyes. She pushes through the restaurant door and disappears into the night.
That was intense.
I screwed up.
You both said things you didn't mean.
I called her secretive. I accused her of texting her ex. God, what is wrong with me?
The bathroom door opens. Chris emerges, looking relieved to have escaped. He heads back towards the table, then freezes when he sees only Missy and Margaret.
Where's Quinn?
She left.
She left? What happened?
I happened. I ruined it.
I'll go after her.
He doesn't wait for a response. He grabs his jacket and runs towards the exit.
He's a good guy.
He really is. And I just pushed away a good woman.
You were scared. Fear makes us say stupid things.
That's the understatement of the year.
For what it's worth, she looked pretty hurt too, which means she cares. People don't get that upset unless they care.
Missy nods, but doesn't seem comforted.
We hope you're falling hard for this episode of Girls Like Girls. If it's making you laugh, cry, scream at the characters, or replay certain moments twice, don't keep it to yourself. Share the episode with friends, family, or anyone who loves messy love stories, unforgettable chemistry, and emotional drama that hits a little too close to home. Make sure you follow That Love Podcast wherever you're listening so you never miss a new episode. And if you're enjoying the show, leave a review while you listen. It helps more romance fans discover the series and keep stories like this coming. And while you're here, explore more from That Love Podcast. Listen to Back to December, our 6-part buddy rom-com filled with sharp banter, beautiful chaos, unexpected feelings, and chemistry that absolutely refuses to stay under control. Then dive into The Love Doctor, starring the irresistibly charming Emerson Peery, a darkly funny, emotionally complicated journey through heartbreak, lies, love, and second chances. More romance, more drama, more stories you won't stop thinking about. Press play, follow, share the obsession.
Chris bursts at the door, looking around frantically. He spots Quinn standing by the valet stand, phone in hand, tears streaming down her face.
Quinn, wait!
She looks up, quickly wiping her eyes.
I'm fine. I'm just waiting for my Uber.
You're clearly not fine.
Please don't. I can't talk about this right now.
Then don't talk. Just listen.
Quinn doesn't respond, but she doesn't walk away either.
She's terrified of getting hurt, of losing you, of being vulnerable again.
Well, she has a funny way of showing it.
She does. She's not perfect, but she cares about you. A whole lot.
I was trying to do something nice, something special, and she turned it into this.
I know. And she knows she messed up. I could see it on her face.
A car pulls up. It's Quinn's Uber. She reaches for the door handle.
Quinn, whatever you're planning with Louie, she's going to love it. She's going to feel like an idiot for doubting you.
Quinn pauses, hand on the door.
What if it's not enough? What if I'm not enough?
You are. Trust me. You're more than enough.
Quinn looks at him, this man who has every reason to want her gone, but who's standing here defending her anyway.
You're a good ex-husband.
I know. That's my best quality.
Quinn gets into the Uber. Chris watches as it drives away, then turns back towards the restaurant, sighing heavily.
Oy, this is gonna be a long night.
He heads back inside. Chris returns to the table. Missy is slumped in her chair, staring at her wine glass. Margaret is awkwardly scrolling through her phone.
Oy, she's gone.
Did she say anything?
Nothing you want to hear right now.
I really screwed this up, didn't I?
Yeah, you really did.
What do I do?
Give her space. And then you apologize. Properly.
I think I should probably go. This feels like a family thing.
No, wait.
Chris, you're sweet, but your ex-wife needs you right now. And honestly, you need to not be on a date with a butcher who scared you half to death.
It wasn't you. It was just, the blood. And the knives. Yeah, the whole damn pig story.
I get it. I'm an acquired taste.
She picks up her bag of knives.
For what it's worth, if she's putting in the effort to surprise you, she's worth fighting for.
thank you.
Margaret waves and exits, leaving Chris and Missy alone at the table.
Well, that was the worst double date in history.
Yeah, sorry I ruined your evening.
She was nice, but I'm pretty sure she was gonna try to show me her meat locker. Wasn't ready for that level of commitment.
Despite everything, Missy laughs a real laugh.
Oh, what am I going to do?
You're gonna go home, give her tonight, and tomorrow you're gonna grovel.
I don't grovel.
For her, you grovel.
Missy nods, knowing he's right. Missy climbs the stairs, struggling with an overflowing laundry basket. As Hawk falls, she ignores it. Her eyes are fixed on Quinn's bedroom door like it's the gates of hell. She reaches the landing, sets down the basket with exaggerated care, as if the sound might trigger an explosion, and stares at the door. She takes a step forward, and stops, raises her hand to knock, and lowers it again, and then raises it again.
You can do this. You're a grown woman. Just knock.
She lifts her hand a third time. Laughter erupts from inside the room, high-pitched, feminine laughter. Missy's face goes from nervous to furious in 0.2 seconds.
Oh, hell no!
She bursts the door like a SWAT team and stops dead. Louis stands in the middle of the room wearing a perfectly tailored navy suit, adjusting his tie in Quinn's mirror. It looks like a miniature James Bond. Quinn sits on the bed, mid-laugh, holding her phone.
Louis, when did you get back?
Dad flew me in this morning. Emergency suit fitting.
She trails off, looking at Quinn. Quinn deliberately turns her attention back to her phone, scrolling with intense focus. Quinn stands up, walks to her closet, and starts rearranging hangers.
Still giving me the cold shoulder, huh?
Arctic, actually. Well, I'd rather say Antarctic, but I might be underselling it.
Quinn pulls out a dress, holds it up to the light, puts it back, all without acknowledging Missy's existence.
Wait, why are you wearing a suit? You hate suits. You once compared wearing formal wear to slow-motion suffocation by fabric.
I have a special date with someone.
Who? A guess? What am I guessing? Louis, who's your date?
A beat. Louis gestures dramatically towards Missy like a game show host revealing a prize.
You're looking at her.
Missy blinks, processes. Her face goes through several emotions in rapid succession.
Me? Son, I'm flattered, but teenagers don't like to be seen dead with their parents. You once pretended you didn't know me at Target.
That's because you were singing Britney Spears in the cereal aisle.
It was toxic. It's a classic.
And you're doing the choreography with a box of Cheerios.
He's taking you to his school dance.
The words hit Missy like a physical blow. Her mouth opens and closes and opens again.
What?
Yeah, I've been planning it for weeks. Your birthday's coming up and I couldn't find the right present. And Quinn mentioned that you never went to your own school dance growing up. No one ever invited you and you were too embarrassed to go alone. So she thought, why not give you the experience you never got?
Oh.
The school sent me an invitation because I won some academic honors or whatever. I get a +1, so I'm taking my mom. We're gonna dance badly to pop music and embarrass ourselves. It'll be great.
Oh, no.
We've been coordinating outfits. You're wearing that blue dress you bought last month and never wore. I found it in your closet. The navy suit matches perfectly. Doesn't it?
Oh, no, no, no.
Ma, you okay? You look like you're gonna pass out.
the person you were texting. All those messages, the smiling, it was...
Yeah, it was me, Ma. Surprise. We've been texting for 3 weeks, planning the whole thing.
Quinn, I'm so...
Quinn stands up from the bed, smooths her shirt with deliberate calm, and walks towards the door. She pauses just long enough to make eye contact with Missy. A look that could freeze lava, then exits. The door closes, not a slam, but worse. A quiet, controlled close.
Ooh, that was cold. Like liquid nitrogen cold. I think I got frostbite just standing here.
She hates me.
Ma, you really hurt her. She asked Dad if she could stay with him for a few days.
Oh, God. How could I have been so stupid?
She collapses onto Quinn's bed like a Victorian lady having the vapors. Grabs a pillow and presses it over her face.
Just let me suffocate. It's better this way.
Mom, you're being dramatic.
I accused her of texting another woman when she was actually planning something sweet for me. With you.
You know, when you say it out loud, it does sound pretty bad.
Not helping.
What? I'm 16. Emotional support isn't really my thing. I'm better with equations and, well, sarcasm.
Missy still sits on the bed, looking like she's been through a war. Louis stands by the window, loosening his tie, know that the big reveal is over.
You can still fix this.
How?
I don't know. Make her favorite meal. Have a heart-to-heart with her. Find out what drove you to jealousy and let your heart pour out.
You think that will work?
Can't hurt. Well, it could hurt if you burn the meal. Your cooking is 50-50 at best.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
I'm being realistic. Last week you made pasta that somehow tasted like disappointment.
I forgot to salt the water.
You forgot salt, pepper, sauce, and apparently joy. I've had better meals at the cafeteria and they serve something called Mystery Meat Mondays.
Missy almost laughs despite herself.
Louis, I don't know how to articulate why I did what I did. How do I explain that I was terrified of losing her? That I've been hurt before, and I assumed the worst because it's easier than hoping for the best.
Ask Dad. He's good at the feeling stuff. Maybe he knows someone who can help you work through this.
Actually, I think I might know someone.
Well, then find them and hurry.
Why the urgency?
Because Quinn's not just staying with Dad for a few days. She's looking at apartments online. I saw the tabs on her laptop.
Missy's face goes pale.
Apartments?
Yeah, 1 bedroom's in the city. So whatever you're going to do, you better do it fast. Because she's actually... looks like she's actually moving away.
But she can't afford... Wait, can she afford apartments in the city?
Mom, she's a tech heiress. She could probably buy the building.
Right, of course. I keep forgetting she's rich because she does her own laundry and uses coupons.
That's called being raised with good values. Now go fix this before I lose my dance date coordinator and you lose your girlfriend.
He exits, leaving Missy alone in Quinn's room surrounded by Quinn's things, processing the fact that she might lose her for good.
She was planning something nice for me, and I ruined it.
She looks around the room, Quinn's books stacked on the nightstand, her sweater draped over the chair. A photo strip from a photo booth of the two of them making silly faces.
Okay, time to grovel. Olympic-level groveling.
She marches towards the door, then pauses.
Please don't leave.
She exits, closing the door softly behind her. The shop is bustling. Margaret stands behind the counter in a blood-stained apron, expertly wielding a cleaver. A line of customers waits. Missy sits on a stool in the corner, looking miserable.
So, you accused her of what, exactly?
Texting another woman?
2 pounds of ground beef? You got it.
She scoops meat onto the scale, wrapping it efficiently.
And she was actually texting...
My 16-year-old son, planning to take me to his school dance.
That'll be $12.50. Thanks, Frank.
She turns to customer number 2.
Pork chops today, Linda?
4, please. Thick cut.
You got it.
She glances at Missy while wrapping.
So you sabotaged your own romantic surprise because you were scared.
I wasn't scared. I was...
$18 even. Have a great day.
She turns back to Missy, pointing that cleaver.
You were scared. Fear makes us do stupid things, like assuming the worst instead of asking a simple question.
Hey, Margaret, you got any brisket today?
Fresh this morning, Harry. Be right with you.
She turns back to Missy, wiping her hands on her apron.
Here's what you're going to do. You're going to apologize. Not a half-assed, I'm sorry you're upset apology. A real one. I was wrong, I'm scared of losing you, and I'll work on trusting you apology.
What if she doesn't accept it?
Then you try again, and again, until she believes you mean it.
She pulls out a massive brisket, hefts it onto the cutting board.
Whole thing or half, Harry?
Oh, got the family coming over.
Lucky them.
She glances at Missy.
Relationships are like this brisket. You can't rush them. Low and slow. Patience. And if you mess up the first attempt, you try again with a better technique.
That's actually pretty good advice.
$42. I'm not just good with meat, Missy. I'm good with people, too.
She wipes her hands and leans on the counter toward Missy.
Now get out of my shop and go fix your relationship. You're making my customers depressed.
She's right. We came here for sausages, not emotional devastation.
Missy stands up, managing a small smile.
Thank you, Margaret.
You're welcome. Now go. And Missy?
Yeah?
Grovel. Women love it when you grovel properly.
Quinn lies in bed, eyes closed, a soft knock at the door. Then another. Then persistent knocking. She groans and pulls the pillow over her head. The door creaks open and Missy slips inside, still fully dressed.
Quinn. Quinn. Are you awake?
I wasn't apartment hunting.
I know Wait, what?
Quinn pulls a pillow off her face, squinting at Missy in the darkness.
My friend Sarah is coming into town. I was looking for a place for her to stay. I thought that maybe Chris's building, maybe set him up.
Oh.
The apartments were backup, in case Chris's building was full.
So you weren't leaving?
No, you idiot. I wasn't leaving.
A beat. Missy takes a shaky breath.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was scared and jealous, and I ruined something beautiful you were trying to do for me, and I...
Missy, it's 2 a.m.
I know, but I couldn't sleep, and Margaret said I needed to grovel properly, and Chris said I needed to be vulnerable, and Louis said...
Missy, stop talking. I forgive you.
Missy stops, looking at Quinn with red-rimmed eyes.
You do?
Yes. Now can I please go back to sleep?
Right. Yes. Sorry, I'll just...
Quinn grabs her wrist, pulling her back down.
I didn't say you had to leave.
They stare at each other in the dim light filtering through the curtains.
I really am sorry.
I know.
And I really like you.
I know that too.
And I promise I'll work on trusting you and not jumping to conclusions and...
Quinn leans in and kisses her. Soft, sweet, silencing all of Missy's anxious words. When they pull apart, Missy looks dazed.
Oh, that was...
overdue.
Yeah.
Now come to bed. It's 2 a.m. and I'm exhausted from being mad at you.
Are you sure?
Get in before I change my mind.
Missy kicks off her shoes and slides under the covers. Quinn immediately curls into her side.
You still owe me a proper apology tomorrow, with groveling.
I'll grovel so hard Margaret will be proud.
Good. Now shut up and let me sleep.
Missy wraps her arms around Quinn, pressing a kiss to her hair.
And that's a wrap on this episode of Girls Like Girls. We hope this chapter made you laugh, blush, cry a little, or completely rethink your love life. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you follow That Love Podcast wherever you're listening so you never miss the next moment, meltdown, confession, or heartbreak. And don't forget to share this episode with friends and family. Every share helps this podcast grow and brings more listeners into the story. Today's episode featured the voices of Alissa Carver, Alissa Bowers, Emerson Peery, and Lisa Miller. Written, produced, and directed by Joao Nsita. If today's romantic disaster kept you hooked, leave us a 5-star review while you're listening. It truly helps more hopeless romantics discover the show and supports independent storytelling like this. Until next time, stay kind, stay beautiful, protect your heart, and always remember, you are deeply loved.
Perfect summer day. Families scattered across the grass, the sound of children laughing, dogs barking, and a distant ice cream truck playing its jingle. Missy and Quinn sit on a checkered blanket, a picnic spread between them. Sandwiches, fruit, a bottle of wine that's definitely against park rules. In the distance, Louie and Chris throw a football back and forth with the enthusiasm of two people who have no idea how to throw a football. Quinn pops a grape into her mouth, watching Missy, who is staring at nothing, just staring.
Earth to Missy. Come in, Missy.
Missy blinks and focuses.
What?
All right, what's going on?
What do you mean?
You've been quiet for the last few days. Like you're processing something. It's like you're a computer doing a decade-long equation. I keep expecting you to overheat and shut down.
I'm fine.
You've said, I'm fine, 17 times since we got here. That's not fine. That's the opposite of fine.
Quinn's phone buzzes on the blanket between them. She glances at the screen, her expression tightening for just a moment before she flips the phone face down.
Who's that? That's like your 20th text today.
It's my dad.
Your dad? Since when is he texting you?
Since this morning, apparently. He's urgently trying to get in touch with me, and I'm trying to ignore his texts, but he won't take the message. He keeps trying harder.
The phone buzzes again. Quinn doesn't even look at it this time.
Maybe you should call one of your siblings? See what's going on?
I'll do it later.
Quinn.
Later, Missy. I came here to spend time with you. Not deal with my father's sudden need for attention after 6 months of radio silence.
She picks up her wine glass and takes a long drink, clearly closing the subject. Missy watches her, concerned, but doesn't push. A little boy, maybe 3 years old, toddles over, clutching a bright red bowl. He is adorable. Messy hair, gap-toothed smile, grass stains on his knees. He stops in front of Quinn, holding out the ball with both hands like he's presenting treasure. Quinn's face lights up. She sets down her wine and stands, brushing off her jeans.
For me? Well, thank you.
She takes the bowl, winds up dramatically like a major league pitcher, complete with exaggerated leg lift, and tosses it gently back to him. The kid squeals with delight, catches it, just barely, and runs back towards his parents, stumbling over his own feet. Quinn watches him go, hand over her heart.
How cute was he?
Until you see them poop. Then not so cute. It's like a biological warfare situation. You need a hazmat suit and therapy.
Quinn's smile drops.
Thanks for ruining that.
Just being realistic.
In the distance, Chris throws the ball directly into a tree, and Louis doubles over laughing. A family-friendly restaurant. Crayons on the table, sticky menus, that distinct smell of chicken nuggets, and regret. Chris and Louis sit at a booth, already halfway through their meals. Louis has ketchup on his shirt, and Chris is stealing fries from his plate. Missy enters with Quinn trailing behind. Quinn looks pissed. Her jaw is set, arms crossed, walking 3 steps behind Missy like she's being escorted to prison. In the far corner, a kid around 5 is having a full meltdown, throwing crayons, kicking the booth, screaming like he's being murdered.
Well, you ladies took your time. We're about to get a search party going.
Well, your mom is being a dick.
I am not being a dick. You are.
The screaming kid in the corner reaches a new octave. His parents look like they're contemplating abandonment.
See? This is what happens when you have kids. They think they can abuse you anytime they want. That child is basically a tiny domestic terrorist.
Hey, I wasn't abusive. Was I, Dad?
You were spirited.
Excuse me, I had to have nipple surgery because you bit me so hard during breastfeeding. The doctor said he'd never seen damage like that outside of a shark attack.
Louis goes pale. Chris chokes on his water.
Ma, we're in public.
Also, that's the reason you have no brothers or sisters. I didn't want history to repeat itself. One nipple-destroying child was enough. Thank you very much.
Can we get the check immediately?
Why is it that every time you see a kid, or we even talk about kids, you say something horrible about them? It's like you hate them or something.
I just think they should be avoided. They're nuclear to me. Radioactive. I need protective gear just to be near them.
Quinn shakes her head and stands abruptly.
I'm going to the bathroom. Excuse me.
She walks away, her back rigid with anger. The table falls silent. Chris and Louis exchange looks.
Since when did you hate kids? You babysat your nieces and nephews last week and you couldn't stop talking about them. You sent me 14 photos in 1 hour.
We also bought them matching outfits and wrote a poem about childhood wonder.
That was different.
How was that different?
Missy doesn't answer. Her face does something complicated. Guilt, fear, and panic all mixed together.
Oh my God, Quinn said something about wanting kids, didn't she?
Missy's face confirms it.
Oh, instead of having an adult conversation about it, you're, what, pretending to hate children? That's your fucking strategy?
I need air.
You're outside! You're already in air!
Missy ignores him and heads for the exit. Soft afternoon light filters through the windows. Children's laughter fills the space. Missy sits on the floor doing makeup on her niece Chrissy, who is 6. Sits perfectly still like she's at a spa. Missy applies lipstick with the precision of a surgeon. On the couch, Quinn reads a picture book to nephew Josh, who's 4, who's curled up against her side, thumb in mouth, completely entranced.
And the dragon said, I may breathe fire, but I have feelings too.
Josh giggles, and Quinn kisses the top of his head.
See? This is what family is for me. Spending time with the most precious people in your life.
She smooths Josh's hair, smiling softly.
I'd like to have this one day. For myself.
Missy freezes. The lipstick hovers midair. In her mind, an alarm bell rings, loud, jarring, like a nuclear warning siren.
You're always pretty, sweetie.
But her hand shakes slightly as she caps the lipstick. And that's the end of the flashback. Louis stabs at his fries with a fork, lies on the bathroom door where Quinn disappeared. Chris nurses his coffee, looking like he had already known how this movie ends. The screaming kid in the corner is finally quieted down. His parents look like they've aged about 10 years.
So she wants a family one day. Why is that a big deal? You're a couple, very much in love. It's natural, the next step, right? Right, Dad?
It's not that easy, son.
Well, actually, it is that easy, Dad. What scares me is the fact that Mom isn't willing to have that chat with Quinn if that's not something she wants to do.
He picks up a fry, points it at Chris like a tiny accusatory finger.
She's always telling me, Louie, if something bothers you, you should speak to someone about it. But she's not willing to do the work herself for someone she actually loves. It's pretty damn sad.
I think I raised a genius.
You didn't raise me. Mom did. You just paid for things and occasionally showed up for soccer games.
I showed up for most soccer games. Like 60% at least.
Try 40. I counted.
Missy returns to the table, sliding back into the booth with the energy of someone heading to their own execution.
Look, I do love her, and I want to make her happy.
She fidgets with her napkin, tearing tiny pieces off the edge.
I'm just not sure being a parent is something I want to do again.
Wow. Thanks, Ma. Really feeling the love here.
Louis, you're the best thing that ever happened to me.
Better than winning the cruise vacation in 2019?
Yes. Better than the cruise.
She hesitated.
Oh, I heard the hesitation.
But you have to realize, growing up and raising you wasn't easy for your dad and me. We had to find babysitters while paying the mortgage, paying bills, sending you to private school when we discovered you were a genius.
Which, to be fair, was pretty obvious. I was reading Dostoevsky at age 7.
You also ate sand until you were 9. So let's not get too cocky.
I was testing geological composition.
The point is, it wasn't easy. I just felt like when I got to this stage of my life, I'd be...
She trails off, staring at the shredded napkin in her hands.
What?
I don't want to say it.
You might as well tell him.
Missy takes a deep breath.
That I'd be free and in control of my life.
The word free hangs in the air like a grenade.
I love Quinn, but I don't think I can ever settle down with her. Not if it means starting over with diapers and daycare and all of it again.
The bathroom door opens. Quinn stands there, purse in hand, frozen. Her face makes it clear that she heard every word. Everyone at the table turns to look at her.
Good to know.
She grabs her handbag from the booth and walks towards the exit with quick, purposeful steps.
Quinn, I didn't...
But she doesn't finish. Doesn't move. Just stands there awkwardly, half in, half out of the booth, like a broken mechanical doll. Quinn pushes through the door and disappears into the parking lot. Missy sinks back into her seat.
You know, this would be the time to go after her.
Missy doesn't move. She looks at the table like it holds the answers to the universe.
Mom, you have to go after her. What are you doing here? Why are you still sitting here?
What do I even say?
How about I'm sorry, or I love you, or literally anything other than sitting here like a haunted mannequin?
Up. Now. Go.
He practically pushes her towards the door. Missy stumbles forward, then finally, Her brain seems to engage. She runs for the exit. Louie and Chris watch her go.
Should I call Quinn and tell her Mom didn't need a word of that?
We can't get involved in this, son.
But Mom's clearly having a mental breakdown and Quinn thinks she doesn't want to be with her.
We can offer Quinn and Missy our personal advice on how we'd handle a situation, but we can't offer suggestive ideas of what they should do. It has to come from them.
Well, that's very mature and wise, and I hate it.
Welcome to adulthood. It's fucking terrible here.
I really hope they work this out.
Me too, kid. Me too.
They sit in heavy silence. The screaming kid in the corner starts up again.
Maybe Mom has a point about children.
Hey, don't you start.
We hope you're falling hard for this episode of Girls Like Girls. If it's making you laugh, cry, scream at the characters, or replay certain moments twice, don't keep it to yourself. Share the episode with friends, family, or anyone who loves messy love stories, unforgettable chemistry, and emotional drama that hits a little too close to home. Make sure you follow That Love Podcast wherever you're listening so you never miss a new episode. And if you're enjoying the show, leave a review while you listen. It helps more romance fans discover the series and keep stories like this coming. And while you're here, explore more from That Love Podcast. Listen to Back to December, our 6-part buddy rom-com filled with sharp banter, beautiful chaos, unexpected feelings, and chemistry that absolutely refuses to stay under control. Then dive into The Love Doctor, starring the irresistibly charming Emerson Peery, a darkly funny, emotionally complicated journey through heartbreak, lies, love, and second chances. More romance, more drama, more stories you won't stop thinking about. Press play, follow, share the obsession.
Sterile white walls, the steep beep of a heart monitor. Medical charts clipped to the end of the bed. David Sugar sits propped up against pillows, an IV line running into his arm. 2 doctors, one older, one younger, stand at his bedside with serious expressions and clipboards.
Mr. Sugar, as I was saying, the test shows significant blockages in 3 major arteries. We need to schedule surgery as soon as...
But David wasn't listening. His eyes are locked on his phone, thumbs scrolling through a text thread with Quinn. The screen shows message after message, all from him, all unanswered. Quinn, please call me. We need to talk. It's important. Please, sweetheart. At the top of the thread is Quinn's contact photo, her laughing at something off camera. Younger, happier before everything fell apart.
Mr. Sugar, are you hearing what we're saying?
David blinks, finally looking up.
How long do I have if I don't do the surgery?
The doctors exchange a glance.
Weeks, maybe a month, but Mr. Sugar, then I don't have time to sit here.
He rips the blood pressure cuff off his arm with a loud Velcro tear, starts pulling at the IV tape.
Sir, you can't leave. We need to prep you for...
I need to see my daughter. Mr. Sugar, you're in no condition to... Get out of my way!
He pulls the IV out himself, winces as blood wells up at the insertion point, grabs a tissue from the bedside table and presses it to his arm.
Get the car.
The driver nods once and exits.
If you leave now, you'll be doing so against medical advice. We can't be responsible.
I don't care. I've been spending my whole life being responsible, making the right choices. And where did it get me?
He looks at his phone. Again, still no reply from Quinn.
Alone in a hospital room with a 35% chance of survival.
He grabs his jacket from the chair, shoves his feet into his shoes without trying them, and walks towards the door. The doctors don't try to stop him this time. Quinn drives with one hand gripping the wheel too tightly, knuckles white. The other hand holds an iced coffee she hasn't taken a sip from in 20 minutes, condensation dripping onto her jeans. Her eyes are red-rimmed, mascara smudged beneath them. She's been crying, trying to stop, but failing. Pop music plays slowly from the speakers, but it sounds hollow and wrong.
I don't think I can be the person who gives it to you.
She wipes at her eyes with the back of her hand, smearing the mascara even worse. Her phone sits in the cup holder, screen lighting up repeatedly with incoming texts. Buzz, buzz, buzz. She flinches at each vibration like it's a physical blow.
Of course, because this day wasn't bad enough.
She glances down at a red light. The lock screen shows multiple notifications, all from Andrew, her brother. She sniffs, picks up the phone with a trembling hand, and swipes to read.
Please talk to Dad. He really needs to see you. Please don't blow him off. Quinn, I'm serious. It's important. Please.
Quinn's jaw tightens, a tear rolls down her cheek. She lets out a short, bitter laugh that sounds more like a sob.
Now it's important. Now he needs me. Perfect timing, Andrew. Really perfect.
She wipes her face again, smearing more mascara. She looks at herself in the rearview mirror and sees the mess she's become. Quickly looks away. The light turns green. The car behind her honks. Quinn tosses the phone back into the cup holder harder than necessary, and it bounces and nearly falls to the floor. It buzzes again. Immediately, another text from Andrew.
Stop. Just stop.
She reaches down, hands shaking, holding the power button until the screen goes dark and switches the phone off completely.
There. Peace and quiet.
But her hands are still trembling. She sets down the coffee in the cup holder, realizing she's gripping the steering wheel so hard her fingers ache, and takes a shaky breath.
She doesn't want me. After everything, she doesn't want me.
Her voice cracks on the last word. Fresh tears spill over. She turns up the music, some upbeat pop song about being happy and free, and it's so wrong, so painfully ironic that she almost laughs. Instead, she accelerates down the road, blinking hard to clear her vision. In the rearview mirror, if she'd looked, she might have seen a black Range Rover 3 cars back, following at a careful distance. But she doesn't look. She's too busy trying to keep herself from falling apart. Quinn's modest sedan turns onto the street. She's gripping the steering wheel tight, trying to punch the slow processing of her struck against her. And she sees it, a gleaming black Range Rover with tinted windows parked in Missy's driveway. The kind of car that costs more than most people's houses.
Oh, what now?
She parks on the street, kills the engine, and sits there for a moment, debating whether to just drive away and never come back. The Range Rover's door opens. David Sugar, 65, steps out. Expensive suit, silver hair, the kind of commanding presence that comes from decades of telling people what to do. But something's off. He moves carefully like his joints hurt. His face lights up when he sees Quinn. A driver, mid-40s, stands stone-faced and silent after he emerges from the driver's side. Sits at attention, watching David with the intensity of a Secret Service agent expecting an assassination attempt.
Well, you're a sight for sore eyes.
Quinn gets out of her car slowly like she's approaching a wild animal.
Dad, what are you...
I'm out.
Out of what? Prison? Rehab? A cult?
Office. I quit. I'm now free.
He spreads his arms wide like he's expecting applause.
Free to do what?
Build a life with my daughter.
Quinn actually laughs, a bitter, sharp sound.
Didn't seem too interested in building a life with me before you came to this decision, so forgive me for not wanting to try it now.
Quinn, come on. I was building something to give you and your siblings. For a future.
Dad, you had way more money long before we were born, and you ran for Senate. You wanted power, and now that you see it's ended in nothing, you've magically convinced yourself we're what you need.
The driver shifts slightly, eyes locked on David like he's monitoring vital signs.
Come on, sweetie. I've always loved you and tried to be there for you. You know this.
Actually, I don't, and I'd like for you to leave.
Chris's car turns onto the street at that exact moment. He parks behind Quinn's car, gets out, and immediately reads the tension.
Hey, what's going on?
Chris, meet David.
I'm her father.
In title only, not reality.
David's hand drops. His face crimples slightly. He looks down at his shoes. Expensive Italian leather, recently polished. His watch buzzes. A fancy smartwatch with multiple alerts flashing. David fumbles in his jacket pocket, pulls out a prescription pill bottle. His hands shake slightly as he tries to open the childproof cap. Chris notices, immediately moves to his car, grabs a bottle of water from the cup holder, and tosses it to David. David barely catches it, twists it open, pops 2 pills, and swallows.
Are you okay? You're turning pale. Like ghost pale, like I've seen a Victorian painting with more color pale. Yes, perfectly fine.
But he is visibly not fine. His skin has gone gray, sweat beads on his forehead despite the mild weather.
Would you like to come in for a drink? Some water? Maybe a lie down?
Actually, he was just leaving.
There are things I'd like to say.
Well, say them to someone else who cares. Maybe try therapy. I hear it works wonders for absentee fathers.
Alright, seriously, you don't look so good.
David sways, a full-body tilt like a tree about to fall. Chris lunges forward, catching him by the elbow just before he topples over. The driver swoops in with the efficiency of a man who's done this before, and he takes David's weight from Chris, supporting him with one arm around his back.
Sir, we should go. No, I need to sit down, just for a moment.
The driver looks at Quinn. It's the first time he's made eye contact with anyone. His expression says, "Please help."
Dad, is everything okay?
Yes, I just need to sit down. Inside, please.
The driver starts walking him towards Missy's front door. David leans on him heavily.
Call your brother and sisters. Do an internet search. I don't think your dad is healthy.
What am I searching for?
David Sugar health. David Sugar resignation. Anything.
Quinn's fingers fly across her screen. She taps a contact, probably one of the siblings, and lifts the phone to her ear.
Marcus, it's me. Is Dad sick?
She pauses. Her face goes white.
How long have you known?
Chris watches her, then looks at David being helped at the porch steps by his driver.
Oh, this day just keeps getting better.
The golden hour light filters through the windows, casting long shadows across the room. It should be beautiful, instead it feels ominous. Quinn sits on the couch perfectly still. Her hands folded in her lap, eyes focused on nothing. 2 packed suitcases sit by the front door. Chris stands in the corner by the kitchen, arms crossed, jaw tight. Looks like he wants to say something, but is physically restraining himself. Missy paces back and forth, and again back and forth, her shoes making soft thuds on the hardwood floor.
I've been thinking a lot about what you said, about wanting a family, about the future.
Quinn doesn't respond. She doesn't even blink.
And I think I need to be honest with you. Really honest.
She takes a deep breath and resumes pacing.
I love you. I do. You have to know that. But when I think about starting over, diapers, sleepless nights, PTA meetings, the whole thing, I can't.
Quinn's expression doesn't change. It's like watching someone carved from ice.
I've spent 17 years raising Louis. 17 years of putting myself second. My career, my dreams, my entire identity became Louis's mom. and I loved it. I did. But when he left for college, I finally felt like I could breathe again.
She stops in front of Quinn, searching her face for any reaction.
I thought I'd be free. I thought I'd get to discover who Missy is when she's not somebody's mother, and now you want kids, and
Her voice cracks slightly.
I can't do it again. I can't go back to that. I worked so hard to get here, to this version of myself, and the thought of losing her again terrifies me.
Chris shifts uncomfortably, eyes darting between them. Looks like he's watching a car crash in slow motion.
I know what you want. A family, a future, someone who can give you that picture-perfect life. And I want you to have that. I want you to be happy, but I don't think...
She swallows hard.
I don't think I can be the person who gives it to you.
Silence. Heavy, suffocating silence. Quinn finally moves, just barely. A small nod.
Okay.
Okay?
You don't want this. I understand.
She walks to the door, picks up one of the suitcases.
Wait, Quinn, we should talk about this. We should...
You just did. You talked, I listened.
But I need to make sure you understand.
I understand perfectly. You want to be free, and I don't fit into that freedom.
That's not... I didn't mean it like...
It's fine, Missy. Really. You were honest. That's what you wanted, right? Honesty?
She opens the front door. The afternoon light floods in, making her silhouette look almost ethereal.
I hope you find whatever it is you're looking for.
Quinn, please.
But Quinn is already gone, the door closing softly behind her. Missy stands there frozen, staring at the closed door. Chris doesn't move for a long moment, just stands there, arms still crossed, looking at Missy with an expression somewhere between pity and fury.
Are you done?
I had to tell her the truth. She deserves...
Her father has a heart condition.
Missy blinks.
What?
Her father has a heart condition. He's going into life or death surgery tomorrow morning. There's a 65% chance he's not gonna make it out alive.
The color drains from Missy's face.
What?
He showed up today to reconcile with her, to make amends before he potentially dies. She spent the last 3 hours at the hospital with him, her siblings, and a team of doctors discussing end-of-life care.
Oh my God.
And then she comes home to this. To you, telling her you don't want a future with her. To you breaking up with her because you're scared of fucking commitment.
I didn't know.
Of course you didn't know. Because you were too busy spiraling about yourself to ask her what the hell was wrong. Did you notice her bag's already packed? Did you ever fucking wonder why?
I thought she was leaving because of the restaurant, because of what I said about...
She was packing to stay at the hospital, Missy. To be with her father. But instead you give her a 20-minute monologue how you don't want to be tied down.
Missy covers her mouth with her hand, tears streaming down her face.
Her father, the man who abandoned her, who kicked her out, who she's been estranged from, is potentially dying. She was finally getting the chance to maybe make peace with him. To have one last conversation. To say goodbye.
Chris!
You know what she did? She sat there, silent. Didn't say a word about what she was going through. Just let you dump her. Because even in the middle of the worst day of her life, she didn't want to guilt you into staying with her.
I have to go after her. I have to apologize.
She runs out the door, throws it open. Outside, Quinn's car is already pulling out of the driveway, taillights disappearing down the street.
Quinn! Wait!
But the car doesn't stop. Doesn't even slow down. Missy stands on the porch, one hand gripping the doorframe, watching the car turn the corner and vanish. Chris appears behind her.
She's gone, Missy.
Where is she going? The hospital? I can meet her there.
I don't know. She didn't say. She might go to the hospital, might go to a hotel, she might get on a plane and never come back.
What have I done?
You broke the heart of the woman you love on the worst damn day of her life.
I didn't know. I swear I didn't know.
I know you didn't, but Missy, you've been so caught up in your own fear that you stopped seeing her. You stopped asking questions. You stopped paying attention.
What do I do?
You wait. Give her space, and if she comes back, you grovel like you've never groveled before.
What if she doesn't come back?
Chris doesn't answer. Just looks down the empty street where Quinn's car disappeared.
Then you live with it.
He turns and walks back into the house, leaving Missy sitting alone on the porch steps as the sun sets and the shadows grow longer. Missy pulls out her phone, types out a text. "I'm so sorry, I didn't know. Please call me." She hits send and watches the screen. The message shows as delivered. Then, after a moment, read. But no reply comes. Missy hugs her knees to her chest and cries as the streetlights flicker on, one by one.
And that's a wrap on this episode of Girls Like Girls. We hope this chapter made you laugh, blush, cry a little, or completely rethink your love life. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you follow That Love Podcast wherever you're listening so you never miss the next moment, meltdown, confession, or heartbreak. And don't forget to share this episode with friends and family. Every share helps this podcast grow and brings more listeners into the story. Today's episode featured the voices of Alissa Carver, Alissa Bowers, Emerson Peery, and Lisa Miller. Written, produced, and directed by Joao Nsita. If today's romantic disaster kept you hooked, leave us a 5-star review while you're listening. It truly helps more hopeless romantics discover the show and supports independent storytelling like this. Until next time, stay kind, stay beautiful, protect your heart, and always remember, you are deeply loved.
Mile 26, the final stretch. Crowds line both the streets, screaming encouragement. Cowbells clang, signs wave, "You're almost there," and "Worst parade ever." Quinn and Louie around the corner. Louie looks like he's out for a light jog, barely sweating. Steady, breathing, and form is perfect. Quinn looks like she's been hit by a truck, dragged behind it, then asked to run a marathon. Her face is beet red, hair plastered to her forehead. Her running shirt has a massive sweat stain in the shape of the continental United States.
20 yards. Come on.
I can't do this.
Her legs are moving more like a suggestion than actual running. She's basically shuffling at this point.
We're nearly there. You can see the finish line.
is that the finish line, or am I hallucinating? Because I'm pretty sure I saw a unicorn 2 miles back.
That was a guy in a costume for charity.
I can't. My legs have filed for divorce from my body.
Louis doubles back, grabs her hand gently but firmly, and pulls her forward. She practically drags behind him like a kite in a storm.
Come on, 10 more yards. You did not train for 6 months to give up now.
Training was a mistake. Sitting is underrated.
They cross the finish line together. The volunteer drapes foil blankets over their shoulders. Another hands them bottles of water. Quinn immediately collapses onto the ground like a marionette with cut strings. She sits right down on the pavement, legs splayed out.
Hello, old friend. I've missed you.
Louis bends over, hands on his knees, barely winded.
You did it!
I hate you so much. How did I let you talk me into this?
A wheelchair suddenly zooms up beside them. Chris sits in it, wearing a marathon t-shirt and a finisher's medal around his neck, looking completely relaxed.
Finally! Took you long enough. I've been waiting here for 20 minutes. Had time to get a pretzel to make myself happy. Look what you turned me into.
He holds up a half of a soft pretzel.
Dad, you do marathons 6 times a year. Why are you in a wheelchair?
Well, duh. I thought Quinn might need it.
A beat.
Plus, I feel special when someone wheels me around. I'm like a minor celebrity. People keep giving me sympathetic looks and energy bars. I got 3 free Gatorades. I'm winning at everything.
A nurse in scrubs who's been standing behind the wheelchair suddenly lets go of the handles with an exasperated huff.
Unbelievable. I have actual patience.
Hey, I was joking. It was a bit. Come back. Well, she hates me now. Nice going.
She doesn't turn around.
Pretty sure she's putting me on some kind of list.
He stands up from the wheelchair, stretches dramatically, and gestures to Quinn.
Your chariot awaits, my lady.
Quinn doesn't need to be told twice. She crawls, literally crawls, on her hands and knees from the ground to the wheelchair and flops into it like she's been saved from a desert island.
This is the best moment of my life.
Is Mom here?
No. She couldn't make it. Work thing.
Oh, shame.
She texted me good luck this morning.
Oh, she did?
Yeah. 3 words. Don't die. Seriously.
Oh, that's very on brand for her.
Chris starts pushing Quinn's wheelchair away from the finish line chaos. Louis walks beside them, draping his foil blanket over his shoulders like a cape.
Hey, you know what the hardest part about running a marathon is?
All of it?
Telling your mom you're doing it. Because for the next 6 months, she'll say, I told you so every time you complain.
Quinn laughs. A genuine, exhausted laugh that makes her whole body shake in the wheelchair.
Don't make me laugh. Everything hurts.
Including your pride?
Especially my pride.
That's nothing new.
Quinn turns her head and Missy stands there with a weak smile. Missy and Quinn stand 5 feet apart in the dispersing crowd. Runners wrapped in foil blankets stream past them, cowbells still playing in the distance. They look at each other. Neither of them move closer. Neither walks away. There's still something there. Fragile, uncertain, but unmistakably there. Louis catches Chris's eye, tilts his head towards the exit, and Chris nods.
We'll leave you 2 to talk. Need to find a bathroom anyway, and possibly medical attention.
They disappear into the crowd. Missy and Quinn stand in awkward silence. Quinn shifts her weight from foot to foot. Everything hurts. Missy picks at her thumbnail.
So, what's new?
Quinn lets out a breathless laugh.
Oh, just ran a marathon against my better judgment. Everything hurts. My legs have filed a formal complaint with my brain.
She stretches her quad, wincing.
I feel like this is worse than giving birth.
I doubt that. Louis weighed 10 pounds. How he didn't end up built like a linebacker is a mystery that needs solving.
She pauses, deadpan.
Hey, you know any geneticists?
Quinn gives out a genuine laugh, the first real one in months. Her whole face lights up.
I've missed this.
Me joking around? I doubt that. I have the same personality as a rock. Chris's go-to phrase during our dating days.
No, I meant you joking around and me not finding a single moment unfunny. That's what I missed. Not you being objectively funny, but finding everything you say hilarious anyway.
Dick.
They both smile. The tension eases slightly.
So, how's your dad doing? Since...
She trailed off and doesn't finish. She doesn't need to.
He's fine. Surgery was a success. He's mostly recovered. My brother Andrew booked him a flight to Punta Cana next month. Beach therapy, he called it.
Good for some. Any chance he wants someone old and wrinkly to join him?
Old? On second thought, you're like a pensioner, so I'll agree with that assessment.
I walked right into that one.
You did.
Another beat of silence. More comfortable now.
How's the online business doing?
Still managing to make mortgage payments. Chris helps from time to time when I need it, but
She looks down at her shoes.
the house is kind of lonely without...
She doesn't finish. Quinn knows.
I get it.
She takes a small step closer.
Hey, remember that Valentine's Day when I made you that elaborate breakfast? The whole spread. Pancakes, eggs, bacon, fresh squeezed orange juice.
And you left it on my bedside table because I was still asleep.
And your little mutt Clark Kent ate all of it.
They both laugh. Real, full-bodied laughter.
Every single bite. Even the orange juice. I have no idea how he managed that.
I was this close to putting him up for adoption. Worst dog in history.
Don't say that. He misses you, by the way.
Yeah?
He keeps waiting for you by the living room door. Every afternoon around 4, like clockwork.
Quinn's breath catches. Her eyes well up slightly.
I'll have to come over sometime to see him.
Really?
She catches herself. Forces her voice casual.
I mean, cool. Whatever, I don't care.
Quinn laughs. She sees right through it. In the distance, Chris and Louis are visible near an ice cream cart. Louis points, and Chris shakes his head. Louis gestures emphatically, and Chris crosses his arms.
Sorry, I've gotta go. Chris refuses to allow Louis any ice cream. Something about ice cream makes you fat, or do you want mommy hips? I always get caught up in the middle.
She takes a step towards them, then pauses.
Dumbest man on the planet, by the way.
But he means well.
That's debatable.
Missy jogs towards the argument. Quinn watches her go, a small smile on her face. She stands there alone in the thinning crowd, wrapped in her foil blanket, watching Missy intervene between Chris and Louis at the ice cream cart. Louis throws up his hands victoriously. Chris throws his hands up in defeat. Missy shakes her head at both of them. Quinn's phone buzzes. It's a text from Louis. She still loves you, just FYI. Quinn looks up, and across the distance, Missy glances back at her. Their eyes meet. Missy quickly looks away, but she's still smiling. And Quinn smiles too. Sleek, modern, exposed brick and Edison bulbs. A grand opening banner hangs over the bar. The place is packed, champagne glasses clinking, servers weaving through with hors d'oeuvres. Louis, Quinn, and Chris stand near the entrance. Louis immediately grabs a mini quiche from a passing server and pops it in his mouth.
Ooh, this place is fancy. Like, I need to Google which fork to use fancy.
Don't embarrass us.
Too late. I already ate 3 of those cheese things. Pretty sure one of them was a decoration.
Margaret appears from the kitchen wearing a crisp white chef's coat. She spots Chris and her face lights up.
You came!
Why wouldn't I? I'm hardly Pinocchio. Do not point to my nose, that's offensive. Anyway, Shazam, here I am.
Jazz hands. Margaret rolls her eyes smiling.
Dick.
You're cute when you try to swear.
They exchanged a loaded look, and Louis's eyes widened.
Wait, have you two been spending time together?
Like I have time. I've been building this restaurant for 6 months.
I have 3 companies to run. My schedule's insane.
Plus your dad smells like...
She stops mid-sentence, face going red.
Why the hell did I just say that out loud?
You dirty dogs.
Oh my god, Dad!
All right, fine. Margaret and I are a thing. Keeping it quiet. Professional reasons.
Really? I invited you, Quinn, and Missy to my niece's birthday barbecue. And you said you had a client meeting.
Well, I did have...
You've given that excuse 3 times this week.
Well, all right, Sherlock.
Be honest with me. Are you ashamed of us being seen together?
What? No.
It's my former job, isn't it? The butcher thing? You're fine dating me in private, but God forbid your business associates see you with the woman who used to cut meat.
Margaret, that's not...
Margaret glances over his shoulder. Her face goes cold.
Maybe it's not about me at all.
Chris follows her gaze. Across the restaurant, Missy stands at the bar with an attractive blonde woman, mid-30s, designer dress. Standing close, the woman touches Missy's arm. Missy laughs bright and genuine, and Chris goes pale.
Margaret, that's not...
But Margaret is already walking away, disappearing into the kitchen. A server dodges to avoid her.
Margaret!
He stands frozen, looking between the kitchen and the bar.
Chris, go after her.
Chris snaps out of it, nods, then takes off towards the kitchen, nearly knocking over someone's champagne.
Use your words, Dad!
Quinn watches him go, then turns to Louis.
I need to know something.
If it's about the cheese thing, I stand by it.
Is your mom single?
Louis freezes mid-chew.
I've seen her Instagram. She's always with a blonde woman. Last week I saw them together, laughing, touchy-feely. This morning at the marathon, that same blonde was wearing your mom's old sweatshirt, the one I used to wear.
She crosses her arms, her voice is tight.
Is she really over me?
Louis glances across the restaurant, his mom at the bar, laughing with the blonde woman.
First, I hadn't noticed any of that, which makes me feel like a bad son.
And second?
Louis takes a deep breath.
She's met someone.
The words hang there. Quinn's face goes through several emotions: confusion, realization, and finally hurt.
What?
Ooh, cake!
He starts walking away. Fast.
Louis.
Cake is important. Cake deserves my full attention.
Louis Johnson.
I'm Switzerland. Neutral. Don't shoot the messenger.
He jogs towards the dessert table, leaving Quinn standing alone. She turns slowly, scanning the room, and sees her, Missy, at the bar, with the blonde woman. Their eyes meet across the crowded restaurant. Missy's smile falters, freezes. Quinn stares for a long moment, then turns and walks straight towards the exit.
We hope you're falling hard for this episode of Girls Like Girls. If it's making you laugh, cry, scream at the characters, or replay certain moments twice, don't keep it to yourself. Share the episode with friends, family, or anyone who loves messy love stories, unforgettable chemistry, and emotional drama that hits a little too close to home. Make sure you follow That Love Podcast wherever you're listening so you never miss a new episode. And if you're enjoying the show, leave a review while you listen. It helps more romance fans discover the series and keep stories like this coming. And while you're here, explore more from That Love Podcast. Listen to Back to December, our 6-part buddy rom-com filled with sharp banter, beautiful chaos, unexpected feelings, and chemistry that absolutely refuses to stay under control. Then dive into The Love Doctor, starring the irresistibly charming Emerson Peery, a darkly funny, emotionally complicated journey through heartbreak, lies, love, and second chances. More romance, more drama, more stories you won't stop thinking about. Press play, follow, share the obsession.
A small outdoor space behind the restaurant. String lights overhead, a few scattered tables. It's quieter here. The party noise muffled by brick walls. Chris sits alone at a wrought iron table, nursing a whiskey. He looks tired, defeated, staring into his glass like it holds answers. The door opens and Quinn steps out, spots him, walks over, sits down across from him without asking. They sit in silence for a moment.
So, Missy has a new girlfriend?
Chris looks up, confused.
Girlfriend?
Louis said she met someone. I saw her with that blonde woman who looks like she stepped out of Peloton commercial.
Listen, if Missy left her soulmate for another girl, I don't think she's going to downgrade from the Lakers to a street basketball team just because she lost that Lakers number 23 jersey. A beat. Would a vegan rat change diets after she's experienced meat for the first time?
Ew. Why is the rat vegan? And why is it a she? This metaphor is very specific and disturbing.
I don't fucking know. I'm under pressure. Metaphors are hard.
Also, rats will eat anything. They're omnivores, so your entire premise is flawed.
You know what I mean.
Maybe the blonde is hotter, younger, more beautiful than I was.
Do you really believe that?
Not in the slightest. Look at my glow, my bone structure. Chicks never resist this.
She gestures to her face with both hands.
You were almost modest there for a second. Look, the best thing to do is to talk to Missy about your feelings. If you like her, and have forgiven her about how things ended, then talk to her.
Quinn pulls out her phone and stares at the screen.
Do you think I hurt her? By rejecting her calls until I knew that my dad was okay? By leaving that day?
Chris leans forward, elbows on the table, looking her directly in the eyes.
Hey, you listen to me. She's the one who hurt you, remember? She dumped you on the worst day of your life because she was scared. Her avoiding you now has nothing to do with the guilt she feels about what she did.
So, this isn't about me?
This is about Missy working through her own mess. Her own fear. It's not fair to you, but it's what she's doing.
So, she'll come back to me?
Chris hesitates, then takes a drink.
I hope so. Then again, I did predict I'd be swept off my feet by a hot actress or a singer before I turned 20, and that never happened.
Yet you look both furious and serious. I'd mock you, but that would be offensive to mockery.
The patio door opens and Missy steps out, stops when she sees them.
Talk to her. Now.
Quinn's head whips around. Missy stands frozen in the doorway, backlit by restaurant lights. Hair down, dressed up, makeup done. She's beautiful, but her face is nervous, as if she's been caught. Their eyes lock. Quinn's face does something complicated. Surprise, hurt, and hope all tangled together. She lifts her hand in a small, tentative wave.
Hi.
Missy stands there for what feels like an eternity, then slowly she waves back.
Hi.
Quinn stands up from the table and takes a step forward.
So, there's this thing I've been meaning to talk to you about.
Really? What is it?
I'd like for us to see... I don't know the right way to phrase it, but I want to...
The blonde woman appears in the doorway behind Missy, holding 2 drinks.
Oh, for God's sake, go away.
The shock registers on everyone's face. The blonde woman's mouth drops open. Missy's eyes widen. Chris nearly chokes on his whiskey. Quinn realizes what she just said.
I didn't mean...
But she's already moving, bolting towards the side exit of the patio.
Quinn, wait!
Missy takes off after her, pushing past the confused blonde woman. Chris and the blonde woman stand there frozen.
What just happened?
Love. Messy, complicated, beautiful love.
He drains his glass and heads back inside, leaving the blonde woman alone on the patio, still holding 2 drinks. The main dining room is packed, every table full, servers weaving between chairs with trays held high. buzz of conversation, clinking of glasses, and laughter. Margaret moves through the chaos like a conductor, checking plates, adjusting place settings, greeting customers. She's in her element. Professional, efficient, in control. Chris enters through the front door carrying a massive bouquet of sunflowers, bright yellow and almost comically large. He navigates through the crowd, nearly taking out a waiter with the flowers.
Hey, I just wanted to...
I'm working.
Well, this is important.
Read my lips. I am working.
She gestures around the packed restaurant, the organized chaos, and the waiting customers, the staff looking to her for direction.
This is my restaurant's opening day. I have 80 reservations, a kitchen staff that's one person short, and a critic from the Boston Globe sitting at table 12. So whatever you want to say, it can wait.
She turns to walk away.
All right, I'll leave.
Margaret keeps walking.
But not before you hear this.
She stops and turns back slowly. Chris grabs a nearby chair, wooden, sturdy, and climbs up on it. Stands in the middle of the dining room holding the sunflowers in one hand. The conversation around them starts to get quiet. People notice and turn to look.
Chris, get down.
I wrote this love letter 2 days after our second date.
More people stop talking. Phones come out. Someone giggles.
Chris, I swear to God.
Dear Margaret.
Oh my God.
I don't know if I believe in love at first sight, but I believe in love at second date. Because on our first date I was nervous and talked too much about quarterly earnings and forgot to ask if you had siblings.
A few people laugh and Margaret peeks through her fingers.
But on our second date you told me about growing up in your father's butcher shop. How you learned to respect where the food came from. How you wanted to create a place where people felt cared for, not just fed, but cared for.
His voice softens. The room is completely silent now except for his voice.
I realized I wanted to be one of those people. There's someone you care for, someone you feed, not just with food, but with your time, your attention, your sharp humor, and your kind heart.
Margaret's hands drop from her face. Her eyes are glistening.
I know I'm not perfect. I'm divorced. I'm balding. I get jealous when that guy at the farmer's market gives you free samples.
Laughter ripples through the crowd.
But I promise to show up, to be honest, never take you for granted, to be proud, so proud to stand next to you while you build your dreams.
He folds the letter carefully and puts it back in his pocket.
Yes. I said to ask me again in 6 months. But I realized something. I don't want to wait 6 months to tell you to tell the world I love you. So here I am, in front of God, the Boston Globe critic at table 12, and about 80 strangers.
He holds out the sunflowers.
I love you, Margaret. I'm not ashamed of you. I'm proud of you. So proud I want to shout it from this very unstable chair.
The chair wobbles and he steadies himself.
Don't let me down now.
More laughter. Margaret stands frozen, tears streaming down her face, mascara running.
So, what do you say? Can I take you to dinner after you close? At a competing restaurant, obviously, because we should see what they're doing wrong.
Margaret doesn't answer, just stares at him. Then she lunges forward, throws her arms around his neck, and kisses him. The entire restaurant erupts. Applause, cheers, whistling. Someone yells, "Get it, chef!" And they pull apart. Margaret is laughing and crying at the same time.
You're insane.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I have a restaurant to run. 80 reservations. The Globe critic.
He's currently filming this on his phone and looks very entertained.
She glances over. The critic at table 12 gives her a thumbs up.
You keep thinking about asking, and I keep telling you 6 months. I told you to wait 6 months.
I'm terrible at following directions. It's my worst quality. Well, second worst, after the jealousy thing.
And the balding thing.
I'm working on that.
She kisses him again, shorter this time, but just as meaningful.
Go. Let me work. You've caused enough chaos for one day.
I'll pick you up at closing.
Don't be late.
Never.
He turns to leave, and the restaurant erupts in applause. People clap on the back as he walks by. Someone offers him their breadstick, and he takes it.
Thank you. Thank you. Tip your servers. Try the brisket. It's phenomenal.
He exits through the front door. Margaret stands in the middle of her restaurant holding the sunflowers, mascara streaked down her face, grinning like an idiot. Her sous chef appears beside her.
Boss, table 6 is asking about the salmon special.
Right, yes, salmon. I'm on it.
She starts walking towards the kitchen, then stops.
Chris!
The door opens and Chris pokes his head back in.
Yeah?
I love you too, you idiot.
The restaurant explodes in cheers again. Chris blows her a kiss into surprise. Margaret clutches the flowers to her chest, takes a deep breath, and gets back to work, but she can't stop smiling. At the bar, Missy and Quinn have watched the entire scene. They stand side by side, not touching and not speaking.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
They stand in awkward silence as the restaurant returns to normal around them. Quinn bursts through the side gate into the small fenced backyard area. Empty except for stacked crates and a dumpster. She's breathing hard and trapped. Missy catches up, slightly out of breath.
That was kind of rude.
Rude? She's everywhere I turn. Everywhere you are. She's like a magnet following you around.
She's been helping me.
How? By throwing herself at you?
She's my therapist, Quinn.
Quinn stops and blinks, her face going from angry to mortified.
Oh, crap.
The back door opens, Louis steps out, eating a piece of cake.
Oh, I was messing with you. Thought if you got jealous enough, you'd be tricked into liking my mom again.
Quinn's mouth drops open.
But I saw her wearing your mom's old sweatshirt the other day.
Oh, excuse me. They're also workout buddies. Probably got caught in the rain during a jog. She needed dry clothes.
That's exactly what happened.
I also saw you two at a traffic stop holding hands.
She likes birds. Got distracted by a cardinal. I grabbed her hand to guide her away from the road before a car hit her.
Wait, were you spying on my mom?
Quinn's face flushes red.
No, I was just curious about what was taking her so long to...
She trails off, realizing what she's admitting.
I messed up.
She backs towards the gate.
I better go. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be here.
Quinn.
But Quinn is already through the gate, walking fast towards the parking lot. Missy stands there, arms still outstretched, looking helpless. Louis takes another bite of cake.
Well, you're welcome, by the way. My manipulation skills are excellent.
This is your fault.
Excuse me, how is this my fault? I created an opportunity. You just didn't capitalize on it.
You told her I was dating someone.
Well, I said you met someone. I never specified romantic context. That's on her for her interpretation skills.
Missy runs her hands through her hair, frustrated.
She thinks I've moved on.
Then go tell her you haven't.
She just ran away from me.
Because she's embarrassed. Not because she doesn't want to hear what you have to say.
Missy looks at the gate Quinn disappeared through.
Mom, go. Before she gets in her car and you lose your chance.
Missy nods, takes a breath, and runs after Quinn. Louis watches her go, picks up his cake, and takes another bite.
I am an excellent son.
Small, cluttered, papers everywhere, a desk covered in invoices and vendor contracts. Pictures on the wall, Margaret at culinary school, and Margaret cutting a ribbon at the restaurant opening. Missy knocks on the door and hears a muffled, "Come in." She opens it and freezes. Chris is down on one knee in the middle of the office holding a small velvet box.
Oh my God. What are you doing?
I know it's soon. I know we've only been seeing each other for 2 months?
Chris.
But I feel it, deep in my soul. You're the one meant for me. I've had my doubts, yes. I've kept you away from my office colleagues, not because I'm ashamed of us. He takes a breath. But because I wanted to protect our world. I didn't want people trying to... Okay, honestly, I got jealous when men talk to you. There, I said it.
You fool. I would never.
I know that. I know you wouldn't. I just get, I don't know, possessive and stupid. And I wanted to keep you to myself a little while longer before the world found out. Is that such a bad thing?
Margaret's face softens. She crouches down so she's at eye level with him.
Chris, I do love you too.
Yeah?
But don't you think this is a little too soon?
Well, I don't know. My grandfather proposed to my grandmother after 3 months. Twice. Once they were young and stupid, once when they were old and wise.
How did that work out?
The first time? Oh, disaster.
Second time?
42 years of happiness.
And which proposal is this?
I'd like to think it's the second one. We're not kids anymore. We know who we are. And we know what we want.
Inside the box, a simple, elegant ring.
I'm not asking you to marry me tomorrow. I'm asking you to say yes to us, to taking this seriously, to letting me tell everyone that you're mine and I'm yours. And I don't care who knows it.
You're insane.
Is that a yes?
Margaret's face goes stern, holding it for just a moment. Then a smile breaks through, radiant and unstoppable. Missy quietly backs out of the office and closes the door, leaving them in their moment. The restaurant is closed. Chairs stacked on tables, lights dimmed, and the street outside is quiet. Just the occasional car passing. The distant hum of the city. Quinn sits alone at a table by the window, jacket on, clearly ready to leave, but not leaving. She's been waiting. Her leg bounces nervously. Louis leans against the bar, scrolling through his phone. Missy stands by the kitchen door, arms crossed, looking anywhere but at Quinn. The back office door opens. Chris and Margaret emerge, his arm around her shoulders, and Margaret's face is flushed and happy. On her left hand, a ring catches the light. Quinn sees it immediately. Her stomach drops.
I guess 5th time's a charm.
Margaret holds up her hand, admiring the ring.
He kept asking. I ran out of reasons to say no.
Hey, persistence is my superpower.
We're getting married in a month, by the way. Small ceremony. Just family and close friends.
She turns to Missy, who's been standing silent by the kitchen.
We'll need someone to bake the cake. Missy, would you?
I'd be happy to.
Nothing fancy. Just something that tastes like you actually care.
That I can do.
Chris checks his watch and squeezes Margaret's hand.
Louis, better get you home. You have an early flight to catch in the morning.
Yeah, 6 a.m. to Boston. I'm gonna hate myself.
He walks over to Missy and hugs her tight.
Mom, I'll leave you with this.
He takes her hands in his and looks at her seriously.
In all the world, there is no heart for me like yours.
He lets go, turns to Quinn, and gives her a meaningful nod.
In all the world, there is no love for you like mine.
The words hang in the air and Missy's breath catches.
Did you two just make that up?
Nope, Maya Angelou. And I believe...
I said it to you, our first month together. You were having a bad day. Your son was leaving for college, and you felt like you were losing your purpose.
Missy's eyes well up.
You cried for a week after I said it. Kept saying no one had ever seen you like that.
Good luck, lovebirds. Mom, just don't mess this up, okay?
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
I mean it. She's the one. And we all know it.
Chris, Margaret, and Louis gather at the door. Margaret hands Missy a set of keys.
Lock up when you're done. Take your time.
She gives Missy a knowing look, then exits with Chris and Louie. The door closes. The lock clicks. Missy and Quinn are alone. Silence. Just the hum of the refrigerators in the kitchen and the ticking of a clock on the wall. Quinn stands slowly from her table, takes a tentative step towards Missy.
I don't know what's been keeping me from admitting this sooner, but...
Her voice cracks. She stops and collects herself.
I've missed you. Every single day. I think about you constantly. Every time I watch something funny, you're the first person I want to tell. Every time I read something beautiful, I hear it in your voice.
Missy's hands grip the edge of a chair and knuckles are white.
I want you back. I miss you. And I know I pushed you to think about having kids, even though it terrified you. I know I made you feel like you weren't enough, just as you are. And I'm so sorry.
Quinn.
But I need you to know that I don't care anymore about the future or kids or any of it. I just want you, however you come, whatever that looks like.
Missy steps forward, puts her finger gently on Quinn's lips, stopping her.
Stop.
Quinn's eyes widen, terrified she's being rejected again.
You're doing it again. Sacrificing what you want to make me comfortable.
I'm not...
Yes, you are. And I need you to stop. Because here's the truth.
She takes a shaky breath, and tears stream down her face.
When you left, I thought I'd be relieved. I thought I'd feel free. But instead, I felt like someone had scooped out my insides and left me hollow.
Missy.
I've spent 17 years being Louie's mother, and it was the greatest privilege of my life. But somewhere along the way, I forgot how to be Missy. I forgot what I wanted, what I dreamed about, what made me happy.
She wipes her face with the back of her hand.
And then you showed up, sleeping in your car, stealing from unconscious priests, making terrible coffee and laughing at my jokes like they were actually funny.
They were funny.
They weren't. But you laughed anyway. And suddenly I remembered what it felt like to be seen. Not as a mother, not as a wife, just as Missy. Flawed, middle-aged, slightly too competitive at board games Missy. And I panicked, because loving you meant risking everything. It meant choosing myself. It meant admitting that maybe I do want more. Maybe I want a future that's messy and unpredictable and doesn't fit into neat little boxes.
She takes both of Quinn's hands.
So here's what I need to say. And I need you to really hear me.
Quinn nods, tears streaming down her face.
I want a future with you. Whatever that future looks like. If it includes kids someday, adopted, fostered, however they come, then we'll figure it out. Together. And if it doesn't, if it's just you and me and Louie visiting on weekends and Chris making awkward jokes, then that's perfect too.
You mean that?
As long as I have you, I will be the happiest person on this planet. Because you don't just see me, Quinn. You make me want to be seen. You make me want to be brave.
I'm scared.
Me too.
What if we mess this up again?
Then we mess it up. And we fix it. Together. Because there's no one else I want to mess things up with.
That's the worst romantic declaration I've ever heard.
I'm out of practice. Give me a break.
They stand there, foreheads pressed together, both crying and laughing.
So, We're going to try again?
Missy pulls back slightly, looks Quinn directly in the eyes.
No.
Quinn's face falls.
There's no more trying. Trying implies we might fail. Trying implies there's an out.
She takes Quinn's face in both hands.
This is it. You and me. We both know what we could lose if we walk away again. And I'm not walking away. Not this time. Not ever.
Forever?
Forever. You and me.
No more mess-ups. No more running. No more assuming the worst.
Just us. And Chris. And Louie. And Margaret. And Clark Kent.
I miss our dog.
And he misses you.
I love you.
I love you too. So much it terrifies me.
Good. We should be terrified together.
Ready for the future?
With you here, holding me, I'll always be ready for anything.
Missy leans in, kisses Quinn, slowly, deep, full of promise. Quinn's hands come up to tangle in Missy's hair, and they kiss like they're trying to make up for all the lost time. When they finally pull apart, they're both breathless.
Let's go home.
Yeah?
Yeah. Our home.
They stand there for a moment, just a little bit longer, holding hands, foreheads pressed together, breathing in sync. Then Missy grabs her keys. Quinn slips her hand into Missy's. They walk towards the door together. Missy turns off the light and locks the door behind them. They step out on the quiet street, hand in hand, and walk toward whatever comes next. Together. And on this.
And that's a wrap on this episode of Girls Like Girls. We hope this chapter made you laugh, blush, cry a little, or completely rethink your love life. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you follow That Love Podcast wherever you're listening so you never miss the next moment, meltdown, confession, or heartbreak. And don't forget to share this episode with friends and family. Every share helps this podcast grow and brings more listeners into the story. Today's episode featured the voices of Alissa Carver, Alissa Bowers, Emerson Peery, and Lisa Miller. Written, produced, and directed by Joao Nsita. If today's romantic disaster kept you hooked, leave us a 5-star review while you're listening. It truly helps more hopeless romantics discover the show and supports independent storytelling like this. Until next time, stay kind, stay beautiful, protect your heart, and always remember, you are deeply loved.